And we are live. Let's go to this screen and you tell me if you can see everything just fine.
Give me a second. Because it's still black on my end.
It's still black.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
nope.
there we go.
Nope. Yeah, I just checked on the laptop. Yeah, it
I
looks
can
like...
see everything.
Let's see if anything's getting cut off. I'm going to move the cursor to the right. This will also be a good test of the stream lag. No, it looks like you can see everything. Okay.
Wait.
I moved my cursor off screen to the right.
Oh, off screen. I was like,
I'm going to test the stream lag real quick. Bullshit, this isn't Terraria. Did I forget to change the game name? I'm a dumb. Let's just, I'm just gonna... Dashboard... Nice! You guys can just watch this on the stream. Nice! You guys can just watch this on the stream. Fuck off autoplay. I've told you to hide so many times, it just never... You see? Look at this! Twitch, it's fucking broken. I swear to God. Alright, so on or copy, and in the stream name, I'm going to spell it correctly because the game creators didn't. Update. There we go. Thanks, Steam.
cool.
Or stream, whatever. Okay, game back open. Let's test the stream lag. I'm going to do this, and get the stopwatch ready. Also, the game seems a little loud. Probably should have tested this beforehand. But hardly anyone's in the chat so far. Okay, that should be about good.
What? Used then instead of than?
And... yeah, the stream lag is only about 4 seconds if I'm doing this correctly. So that's not bad at all. Almost always better.
Huh.
Okay.
5 people?
Play on Europe.
Well, my viewer list is 3.
I might be one of them because I just opened that up in
Yeah.
the background.
You
Okay.
mean what a geek.
So we get to pick our era. Also, the game's too quiet now. You know what? Fuck it.
Nice.
Do that. That's good volume. Fuck off, game. Any second now, it'll be okay.
There.
Okay, yeah. Seems to be good now. Alright. There's early, high, and late for medieval here. Which early is around 1000 BC, or not BCE, CE, and high is 1200, late is 1350. Now, the both of us are interested, have interests and knowledge in medieval Europe, so I think you'd be a good person to do this with. Bend over.
Jurassic.
Yes, Jurassic. Go Jurassic, yes. Right, what I was saying. What era do you think we should be in? Just tell me an era, we can look it over and see if we want to be in it. And time does not really pass in this game. Like, days will pass and stuff, but it won't actually, like, change. It's not like more technology will become available or anything.
Click on high for a second.
High is 1200 CE. And this is around what the world looked like at the time. Ireland was unified. England was unified. Wales was a vassal state of England.
No, we gotta go early then.
Brittany was a vassal state of France. Germany was at its height.
Early's more fun.
Early, England is not unified. Scotland is not unified.
That's way better.
Yeah, Ireland is not unified. None of Russia is unified in any of them, although you can unify Russia. Sicily is not part of Italy, and in fact Sicily is, in early medieval, Sicily is actually Muslim. Byzantine Empire still exists. It's still together at this point. It's probably the most powerful... It and Germany are the most powerful forces in the beginning. This is the only era in which Byzantine Empire is not broken up. Papacies, of course, in the same space every time.
You is it dumb?
This is also the only age in which this is the only age where the Golden Horde is not a factor. The Mongolian Golden Horde is on the far right of the map on both high and late. So you can be an Asian team.
You should go early for sure.
Early? Okay. So that means no Mongolian Horde, no Ottoman Empire, and most places are not unified, although they may become unified over the course of the game. Every single team has unique units. They're not always completely, 100% unique to that team, but it's national units, which means that they can build that unit in any city, including ones they take over. And then there are local units, which are ones that can only be built in those cities. So, for instance, if England were to take over the Highlands, they could make Highlanders. Whereas if you're playing as the Highlands or Scotland, you can make Highlanders anywhere that has a swordsmith. Highlanders are low armor swordsmen who have very, very high morale and a very powerful charge attack.
Cool.
And they're very cheap to maintain because it's pretty much just a dude with a big sword.
And when they kill people, they say there can only be one?
Yes. All of them say that. Every single kill.
Cool. If they didn't, I wouldn't want you to play this game anymore.
Yeah. So, Switzerland does not exist because it's too early on. I think Switzerland only existed in late medieval.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Leon exists. Spain exists, although it's absolutely tiny. Because, as you may remember, Spain didn't really matter until the very end of medieval. In fact, Spain did not exist in high medieval. I believe it was taken over by France. There are a bunch of northern African countries that no longer exist. Sicily is actually its own place. Byzantine Empire is fucking massive, and their trade network is huge because they're completely coastal. So, in this game, it does really matter to be coastal, to have access to fishing boats and basically be able to trade by sea. So that does matter. If we really hate ourselves, we can be Bosnia, where we are one city big and we're landlocked, and we're right near Germany. There's Poland. This is back when Poland mattered, which was medieval, the only time Poland mattered. Hungary is pretty powerful. This is the beginning, so Kiev was pretty powerful. So yeah. And of course all the Norwegian, or the Norwegian, well here's Norway, all the Scandinavian countries can of course make Vikings, which are very powerful axe users, high morale, and they tend to do a lot of morale damage to enemies on a charge, because they're terrifying. Also, they're very good at pillaging. And axe units are very cheap.
Cool.
Sean the Nintendo's here. He sees Ireland. Yes, this is early medieval, so Ireland is actually broken up into Munster, Leinster, and Ulster. Although you can unify. If you're any one of those three teams and you take over the rest of what is modern-day Ireland, you can rename it Ireland, get the new flag, and you actually get a hefty money bonus for it. So, Brandon, I will leave selecting the team up to you. Are there any teams you want to look at and know anything about?
I want to see the North English people.
York?
So North. Not Norway. No, wait. Up.
I'm looking at the... Hold on, let me open up this stream left. York?
No, not York. Up more than that.
Eh?
The Scottish teams, basically.
Oh, you want the Scottish teams, okay. So the Highlands.
Yeah!
The Highlands is, of course, this is the only part of the game where Scotland is not unified. The Highlands can unify Scotland by marching south and taking the town to the south, which is Lothian. You have I believe you only have one unique unit, which are Highlanders. They're very inexpensive and easy to take care of, powerful swordsmen, so they're great for crewing a huge army. You started with only one city, so you are a very small minor power, and in this game, who your allies and enemies are usually randomized at the beginning. Religion is not randomized, so you are Catholic. It mushes Catholicism and Christianity into the same category. So, because historically they would have been Christian.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have the money bonus of Catholicism. That also means that they are influenced by the Pope. So if the Pope calls a crusade, the Pope might ask for one of your generals to lead the crusade, which, you know, can really get you in good with the rest of the Catholic countries. Because the more you aid the Pope, the more they'll love you. You can also make large donations to the Pope or to the Catholic Church, and that will make the other ones like you. So it's the easiest to make allies with them. But, and of course, they're on the water, which means very fast travel. It's much quicker to travel by boat than on foot. And it's very easy to trade with people because, again, trade ships. And access to fish, which is always good.
Good. Sounds like a good deal.
Alright, we're gonna go to Highlands on normal difficulty. It still says triumph, you guys? Is this back before England took Northern Ireland? Yeah, this is around 1000 CE. In fact, England is not even unified in this age. It's York, East Anglia, and West Saxe. And Wales is, of course, its own place.
This is before the First Crusade.
Yep. If you go all the way to late medieval, then there is Ireland, which is broken apart. Or no, if you go to high, then there's unified Ireland, and Northern Ireland is owned by England, which is pretty much how it is now. So, yeah. Alright, we're gonna go with the Highlands.
Yay.
I forgot.
What?
Hold on, let me
What'd you do?
Is pause gonna work in this? Okay, I can shift pause. Okay, never mind. My pause button on my keyboard, I have hotkeyed to open a folder, but then I realized if I hit shift pause, it'll work just fine. Okay, so I can pause this.
Let us restock and rest.
Okay, so we start with one general, as usual. Let's just get him in our city. We have the Highlands. What did we start with? The only natural resource is fish. Kind of sucks because those are usually randomized, but if you're on a coast, you always have fish. We have a church, which is good, because church gives you piety for every monastery and one book per turn, or per tick. Books are incredibly important. That's what you use to educate your royal court, to basically level them up. Either than generals, which level up through, of course, commanding armies. We have the Town Watch, which gives you a few very strong town guards in case of assault. We have a Toolsmith, which is required for a lot of siege buildings, and it gives us more workers, so we build faster. And we have the basic, wooden walls. So in case of a siege, we can lock up and keep them from coming in and try and starve them out.
Cool.
And we are a very powerful team early on.
Good.
Church is never good. In this game, church is good. This is the one time I'm going to say religion's a good thing, because you can use it to connive your way against your opponents. So I'm thinking right off the bat, we're not a superpower of Europe. Let's look at our royal family.
His Excellency the King and
Our royal
his
family
most
is never
noble
randomized
family.
on who we start with. It is randomized on who the children are and what their skills are. So we have King Edgar, and he's already got a son, Olaf, so that's good. We already have a royal heir, because if you don't have an heir, then sometimes a big country will get split, because like a general will come into charge when your king dies, and like some of the people will revolt and shit. Okay, well, I can already see that Olaf is much more talented than we are. So we have a good heir, and our
Nice.
wife is horribly cross-eyed, and her eyes are disproportionate, and she looks like E.T. We have no economy or diplomacy skill, which is awful. We have decent warfare, we have a ton of espionage, and we have a bit of religion. I say the most important skills are warfare, economy, and diplomacy. We're actually losing quite a bit of gold per turn, which is good. We have it paused then. And I would like...
Political view.
Oh, no, not political view. Gotta remember the controls of this game. There we go. The minimap is now colored by country. I want to see...
view.
What is our relationship with the rest of the world? Well, we have an uneasy relationship with Lothian, which we want to take over anyways to unify Scotland. Lothian's at war with Leinster. Leinster we're okay with. Ulster we actually have a trade agreement with. Wales doesn't like us very much, and we don't really have any other ties to the world. Let's see how the other major countries are doing. What about France and Germany? France and Germany are surprisingly trade allies. Germany has a non-aggression pact with Italy, yet France is at war with Italy. And the papacy are friends with the Byzantine Empire. Okay. They're warring religions, but okay.
Yeah. It's a little strange.
Religions of the world. Let's look at the religions of the world. Blue is Catholic and Christian. Pink is Orthodox. Green is Muslim, and the yellowish kind is either independent or pagan. Yeah, any Orthodox country can declare independence if they have a high enough level cleric, and then like have their own religion. And there are a lot of bonuses for it, and they don't feel obligated to, serve Byzantine Empire. Or the Byzantine Empire. However, the Byzantine Empire will probably hate them for it. The Byzantine Empire are fucking, like, terrifying. Oh, Mah-Dry, what Navi did you start with? I started with Guts Man. He's not that great, but the Guts tournament, which is the second tournament of the game, it will get you Metal Man, who's just a straight upgrade. Hey, Brandon, you remember that one time I went to your house and we just played a bunch of Mega Man Chips Challenge? The game's fucking awesome. I'm starting to spread the game around so we can all like battle our Navis in a tournament one day for a video. I think that'll be fun.
Oh, should I start training up my Navi?
Yeah, do it. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do as king, I'm gonna abolish taxes. It makes the people a lot happier, and we have such a small population, it's almost no money difference.
Wow.
Yeah. We got like
That's
4
kinda sad.
dudes. We have like 1 town. Okay, we want to build a building right away. I want to build an inn. It makes people happier, and it gives you more workers in town. So, more workers means more production. And let's unpause the game. Also, actually, pause it again. I want to... You don't need to pay a commander who's part of the royal family. So I'm going to make both the king and the prince royal merchants.
I am at your disposal.
So I don't need to pay them. The king will trade with Ulster, which will get us 8 gold per turn, which will make it so we're no longer at a loss. And we don't have any other trade allies.
Political.
Oh, we're actually making a little bit of money. Who do we want to ally with? I don't want to ally with someone we're really close to, because then we'll want to go to war with them. And the big superpowers of the world probably don't want to ally with us because we're so small. Maybe Norway.
Yeah.
Norway's about 2 or 3 cities big. And they're coastal, they're big warlike people, and I don't want to have a fight with them later down the line. Because Norway's definitely powerful, and they're of the same religion. He is pacifist. Okay, apparently the Norwegian leader is pacifist, religious, and ungrateful. Their traits are random. I want to trade a great
Weird.
He's telling me off. Okay. What about Sweden? He's pacifist, religious, and honorable. No, he's telling me off. Hey, Germany! Greedy, timid, honorable. You see, they spell honorable right, but the game title didn't spell honor right.
Oh, no.
No, you're telling me off, too. Ulster, who are you friends with? You're friends with, West Sax. You want to trade with me? No? People are fucking dicks. Hey, Wales! No.
Wales isn't
No
gonna want one.
wants to... I'm asking, like, the small country. Okay, Bosnia. You're probably desperate. You want one? No. Bosnia, the most screwed team in the game, does not want to trade with me.
Nope.
Sicily? Okay, no one wants to trade with me. I'll give it a little bit. Until then,
name is
Olav,
worth
you
many
can govern
bags of gold,
you can govern the Highlands. I like how the name of our capital is Highlands.
Nice.
A new building has been
This
built.
was
sire.
this one was Scotland was pretty fucking ghetto. And I want a fishmonger so we can start getting in extra food from our coastal cities. Food is, of course, so we can stock up the garrison and so we can keep an army marching. And we don't have any military buildings, so the only units we can make are peasants, which are shit.
Oh, good. I love peasants.
Yeah, they're ultra cheap, but they march incredibly slowly, they break morale quickly, and they're shit. In this city, we're also, as local units, there are no local special. For local, there are peasants, bowmen, and Axemen, which are all super basic units. And for Kingdom Special, of course, we have Highlanders, which are the most powerful people here. All they need is a Swordsmith, which is a building you get pretty early on. So we want a Fletcher, we want an Axesmith, we want a Swordsmith to have the best variety of units.
Are they having a grammar war in the chat?
Well, actually, the game's slowing down a little bit here, so I'm going to speed up the game speed a little bit and check out the chat. Apostrophes may need work, though. I have no idea. Yes. No, we're not having a grammar war. In charge of meaning the sentence. I like having What a Geek monitor the chat for me, because he keeps things literate.
Yeah.
No, we're not having a grammar war. Yes, we are. Because I swear. Because if we start, I swear to God I'm leaving. Okay. I want to get my kingdom power up, because that makes people happy, and that increases our income. By having more kingdom power also makes the other kingdoms respect us more. Basically doing dishonorable things like breaking trade pacts and stuff, or declaring war on someone you had a non-aggression pact with, that makes, how long does a match like this last? Days. This is probably going to be a multi-part stream.
Kingdom power has increased.
It goes from -5 to +5. Oh, we need 666 gold for our next one. It requires piety and gold. It'll require more piety and more gold for every city you have, so it's best to do it when you are very small, like this. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so it makes the other countries respect us a lot more. You have to buy to get more kingdom power, and to lose it, you have to do basically war crimes. Okay, let's focus more on developing the city, though. It's only 500 gold to get a training ground, so I'm going to crank up the game speed. The news ticker in this game is amazing. Especially if you're like a history buff, it's hilarious. Like, I had, once Germany was a vassal state of Poland, Byzantia declared war on Abbasid. Spain honored their alliance with Cordoba and declared war on Pamplona. Never heard of either of those countries. Come on, I'm looking for something good. Denmark and Norway signed a pact. Croatia and Germany have a pact of non-aggression. Weird. Spain and Zarid signed trade agreement. No Spanish Inquisition here.
Weird.
Yeah, it's grand strategy game. Spain lost the war with Spain lost the war with Italy. In tribute, they gave vassalage. Weird.
It is weird.
We're starting to build up some money now. Training grounds. Training grounds allows us to build military buildings. The Abbasids have conquered a Byzantine state. France agreed to a royal wedding with Brittany. Not the girl, the country. Germany agreed to a royal wedding with Denmark.
This is retarded.
Sicily signed white peace with Bulgaria.
What?
Jordan was just signed over to Fatimids.
A new construction has been finished.
Yeah,
sire.
Bass is unlockable, or Base is unlockable in that game. He's really fucking good. No, you can't play Base in Knights of Honor, although that would be quite glorious. Okay, I think our next building, we're going to go for military early on, so we're saving up 1,000 gold to get a swordsmith. Also, our kingdom power's up a little bit. Maybe we can get an ally now? Actually, Wales doesn't like us very much. No, you don't want to trade. Norway? Okay, let's get some more kingdom power first. We're not very well known in the world. Although our population is rising considerably fast. It's mostly because we're not at war.
Sire.
Yeah.
I think actually I want to crank out the economy early on. So, Sweden and Lithuania signed a pact of non-aggression. Normandy lost the war to France. Italy agreed to a royal wedding with Zarid. What is with all this cross-religion shit? This would never happen in the medieval era.
It never
France
happened.
declared war on Leon. Okay, well, France is instantly going to win that war, because Leon is one city. Italy declared war on Sicily. That is accurate, because Italy owns modern-day Sicily. Sicily is where the mob is from. Even the Canadian mob.
The Sicilian mob.
Yes. Leon honored their alliance. Italy and France signed a pact of non-aggression. Germany and France signed a pact of... What is one of the superpowers of this world and non-aggression? They're just beating up the small guys. Okay, when in history, other than now, are
You have
England,
increased your
France,
kingdom
and
power.
Germany not at war?
In the medieval era,
Yeah, they were fucking always fighting someone.
there was a time when they weren't at war, like the three of them together. But that was like for a tiny period. And then one of them started fighting somebody.
France and Brittany signed a trade agreement. No one will sign a fucking trade agreement with me. Once I unified Russia and I took over almost half of Europe, everyone was sucking up to me. Scotland was the second most powerful force in the world because I had so much money that I was gifting them about 1,000 gold every 5 minutes, so that I didn't have inflation in my economy. So Scotland's military was entirely funded by me. They were basically my guard dog, and they were kick-ass. Scotland owned all of Great Britain, Ireland, some of Scandinavia, and all of France. It was awesome.
Sounds like a good deal.
I love this game so much.
I like medieval Total War too.
I still haven't played that one. I
It's
do have
really
Rome.
good.
I've got like Rome Total War, I think.
Yeah, but they're really different.
Yeah, and I also have Shogun 2.
Shogun 2 is supposed to be really different too, though.
Yeah. Bulgaria declared war on Peshnigas. Okay.
Peshnigas.
Yes. How much money do I need?
And so it was declared
Increased your kingdom power.
the state of Peshnigas was the greatest place in the world.
You're popping your mic.
I don't care.
What's this? The papacy would like a trade agreement with me.
Huh.
Yes.
I am at your disposal.
Yes. I agree. Holy shit. I couldn't get Bosnia to have a trade agreement, but I get my kingdom power up to 3 and the papacy itself. Vatican
God.
City would like to trade with me.
I want you to look at the chat and see what Jawan wrote.
What does the M in MTW2 mean? Isn't it medieval total war?
Yep.
Okay.
Know what you want.
How much gold do I need for the next? Almost 1,000. The wealthiest ruler in the world is currently King Stefan of Zeta. Zeta's the most wealthy place in the world.
Political view.
How big are they? Where the fuck are they? I thought they were far south. Where are they?
Never heard of that. Zeta.
Here they are. It's one city big. It's like by the papacy and Croatia and Bulgaria.
Weird.
Okay. Hey, you want a trade agreement, wealthiest guy in the world? No. Fuck you.
My name is worth many bags of gold, sire.
The papacy is worth 10 gold per turn. Or per tick. That's really good. We pretty much just doubled our... Yeah, we just more than doubled our income. Because how much we get from kingdom power and our religion is a percent. So the more money we make, the more the percent... Like, the more we get from the percent, too. So instead of getting an extra 10, because between our religion and our kingdom power, we end up getting another 17.
Sweet.
So we're actually making money pretty fast now. I want to get my kingdom power to 5 and then start on the military. So I'm just speeding through the game on like going between ×4 and ×8 speed, because there isn't much we can do right now. Wasn't Rome the one that no one liked, and Napoleon freaking awesome? No, wasn't it Napoleon is the one that was like glitchy and shitty, and then Rome was the one everyone liked?
No, Rome was quite hated
Really? Okay.
by and Napoleon was hated by some fans. They had different reasons for being hated, but overall they were
really
both
different
fairly
games?
good.
You have increased
Yeah, they were
your
very
kingdom
different.
power.
Okay, we just got to Kingdom Power 4 out of 5, by the way, and we're now making 33 gold per tick.
You
Because
have a
Napoleon
diplomatic
Total War
letter,
was
sire.
it was more like that one was like line up your muskets and fire and just send a cavalry charge, and Rome was like set up like your turtle defense and then like go for it.
You see, I think I might prefer, as much as I do love Roman history is amazingly fascinating. I feel like not enough games take place during the Napoleonic Wars. That's a really interesting era. And I think I would kind of like that. Like, I love the shit out of Fire and Sword and Napoleonic Wars because those ages are not often represented in games, and I really like it. I think it's really tense, like, reloading your musket for like a full 10 seconds, not knowing if you're going to get shot down.
And you do actually have the time.
Yeah. I have the time because this is my job.
No, like you actually have the time to have to reload. Like you have to do it.
And that and the sound and how satisfying it is firing a volley of muskets.
Yeah, like that. Like
Yeah, it is incredibly satisfying. That's why I
and
love
there's just smoke everywhere.
It's why I like siding with Sweden in Fire and Sword, because they have the really heavy musketeers, and just standing in a line and manually ordering them to fire on your command. Just,
You're like on a horse and you're like fire, and it's like
yeah, I like to like stand my horse beside them so I can see them all line up their muskets, and as soon as they're all done reloading and they all start to point at once, I see them coming over the ridge. F3, F1, fire on command. They all just fire a huge volley. I watch them reload. I time it out. I want to make sure they're all reloaded, every last rifle, so that we can get the most out of the volley. Oh,
Yep.
It's so good. Even if I'm not doing the shooting myself, it's so satisfying. And then they all shoot the volley, and you see like 30 people drop off their horses.
Yep.
Oh god, I love those games.
Kingdom
Also, level
power
5
has
Kingdom
increased.
See, but with Medieval 2, like not Medieval 2, with Napoleonic Wars, it's like that's all you do.
I don't really have a big problem with it. And the cavalry charge, of course, because Napoleon made the cavalry charge have a huge comeback.
Yeah, the cavalry charge in that game is kind of overpowered.
Well, then again, the cavalry charge in Fire and Sword is pretty overpowered, too.
It's pretty overpowered in
That's
most
the main
games.
advantage of the Cossacks, where their horseback saber guys are really good.
If you play Medieval 2 Total War, a cavalry charge from the back of any unit will take down, if there's like if it's like a group of 50, it'll take them down from like 50 to 25 like in seconds. They'll hit and it'll just be like guys just drop.
Swordsmith is now being built, by the way. Which is good because Lothran actually, they actually threatened war earlier. They sent us a diplomatic message basically saying, we notice that you're not a very well-defended country. Don't get on our bad side. So I think we're prepping for a war, which is good because I do want to take them out. And if they start the war, no country's going to look at us like a warmonger if we attack them. You never look bad in a war in which you're defending. So the rest of the world, sometimes people will even respect you for that. And if you declare war on someone that other people don't like, they'll often send you messages saying that they're pleased with you, and that'll often lead to like non-aggression pacts and stuff, which is very useful.
Cool.
So the diplomacy in this game is very good. We're actually making so much money now. Like, we're just waiting for this thing to build, we're getting rich. Because we have good trade partners. It's gotten to the point where we can start like actually hiring a proper royal court. I want to
Sweet.
hire a cleric soon, especially since we're Catholic, and so you have that chance of getting the Pope.
We have built a new building, sire.
Okay, Swordsmith is done. I want a siege workshop.
Lord of the Rings Battle of Middle-earth. I feel like I've played that game and it was fucking awful.
Battle for Middle-earth 2. I heard a ton of Lord of the Rings. There are like a ton of Lord of the Rings games, and most of them are garbage.
Oh yeah, I have one.
How bad is it?
it's probably the best one because it's Star Wars Battlefront, the Lord of the Rings edition.
Seriously? What's it called?
Lord of the Rings Conquest.
And what's it for?
Xbox
Like
360
original?
and PS3.
Okay.
A new building has been built, sire.
Siege Workshop is now done, so our commander doesn't have any skill in engineering, so all he can get are laddermen, but laddermen are still good. It lets you jump the walls.
I feel like
And
Jawan's lying to you.
I think a tax collector's office might be good. It lowers the happiness a bit, but it gives you one piece of gold for every village. Docks might also be good. Fletcher, Spearmaker, a Fletcher, because we do want arrows backing up our melee troops. And we have almost no food coming in this city, so we're going to upgrade the fishmonger to docks soon, because that'll be bringing in more fish. Fishing isn't a huge
what?
thing in Scotland, is it?
What's what a geek and Jawan saying?
No wonder it sucks. It's a non-competitive game on 360.
Lord of the Rings Conquest is a competitive game. You can play it like online, like Star Wars Battlefront. It's fucking awesome.
Of course, you should play Battle for Middle-earth 2 on PC. You know what? I might check that out. I'll look up some videos on it and see if it looks interesting to me. Because it sounds okay. Well, okay, well, you played the game. You tell me how it is.
Oh, I played it for Xbox.
Okay. I don't know how different the PC version is. How is the one that you played?
The one that I played was terrible.
Okay.
Like, it was like...
Papacy wants a pact of non-aggression. Sure, I don't want to fight him. We'll take him over one day.
Slow-paced piece of shit.
So, is it like Battlefront? Or is it just the basic idea? Or
A new
what?
construction
That's
has been
Conquest that I'm talking about.
finished,
They're talking for Battle of Middle-earth.
Oh, what is,
Battle for Middle-earth is an RTS.
Okay. Is that any good?
Well, that's the one I was talking about. It was garbage,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Wait, okay, I'm getting confused here. The one that's like Battlefront, that's Conquest.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that one.
Would you say like it's rated on a 10-star rating, not on how good you think it is, but how much you personally enjoy the game?
Much I personally enjoy the game.
Yes.
Um,
Just the game itself.
That's difficult.
Yeah, I like to do personal star ratings on like your enjoyment, not how good the game is, because like with star ratings, it's really difficult to fairly rate things because games are so drastically different. I think a fair thing to rate it on is how much you personally enjoy it, whether you think it's a good game or not. Because there are games that I will say, to no end, are pretty shit, but I enjoy. And then there are games that are well-made that I don't enjoy, like Shogun 2. I think it's a very well-made game, but for some reason I just cannot get into it.
Yeah. I'd say at a 10-star rating of how much I enjoyed the game, it's probably a 6 or a 7.
That's pretty good.
I enjoy it above average of most games, but it's not something that I'm going to be like, oh, dude, I have to play this.
Yeah. Gandalf for Battle for Middle-earth 2 is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I never got very far in that game because I started playing and I was like, this game's bullshit.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Okay, we've got a full army with our general. By the way, our marshal is Earl Walter. Earl being his title, of course, because we're an earldom. So, Marshal Walter. And you can have 9 squads. He's got 6 squads of Highlanders, and then 3 squads of bowmen to back him up. Bowmen are the most simple archers.
One of our Catholic cousins has been excommunicated.
Why is it always that bowmen are
Hold
the
on.
most simple archers? Always.
Hungary was just excommunicated from the Catholic Church by the Pope. Which means there's probably a lot of places that just declared war on Hungary.
Yeah.
That's weird. Hungary's fairly powerful in medieval era, weren't they? They were
yeah.
big. I know
Hungarians
they were
were
big.
really powerful then, yeah.
That whole area of like Central Europe had big fucking countries. It's
Hungary.
like, look at all the stuff over there. There's Hungary. Actually, Hungary got a lot bigger since the beginning of the game. Holy shit! Look how many countries Hungary ate. They're fucking massive now. They are like comparable to Germany in size, and Poland looks like it's been taking over stuff too. Poland is friends with Hungary and Germany. Hungary and Germany are at war. Wales took over most of York. Okay. England
Wow.
might be taken over by Wales. Not the animal, or the large mammal, rather. Yes, Lord Jabu Jabu took over all of Great Britain.
Well, he wasn't a whale. He was just a really fat fish.
Yeah. With being the worst dungeon in the entire game. I fucking hated Jabu Jabu's belly.
I was fine with the water temple in Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I actually enjoyed. Not the child one. The adult one I liked. A lot of people
the
complained
child
about
one,
it.
like Jabu Jabu's belly.
Yeah.
Jabu's belly fucking sucked. It wasn't like hard. It was just shitty.
We have built a new
With-
building.
When I was a kid, it was hard.
With what? Well, it was kind of the boss was really bullshit.
Not even the boss, just getting Princess whatever her fucking name is out of there.
And she was a bitch.
I don't know how to get out.
Okay, you know what was
Fucking
worse than
walk.
the boss? The sub-boss, the one that runs around in the circle. It's such a tedious fight. The boss is so easy. Yeah, the jellyfish boss was easy. The sub-boss was incredibly tedious.
Mm-hmm.
Most beloved ruler in the world, so the people with a ruler with the most collective happiness, is the Caliph of Cordoba, which is one of those northern Africa Muslim countries that don't exist anymore.
I said Cordoba and thought Korriban.
That's what I thought too.
Korriban.
Okay, one more ladderman, and the army will be completely stocked up. Our
Wow.
garrison doesn't have any troops either than our city guards, but the city guards are badass and we have the wall. So in case something sneaks by, we can pull our army back.
Good.
It's just we make food so slowly and we have such a small storage of food, it takes a long time to build up an army. Like a long time has really passed. Okay, the army is now full. And the people are incredibly happy. Negative 22 in happiness, which is basically 22% happiness. That is incredible. So we are nowhere close to like revolts or anything. When you start getting the negatives is when you have chances of like peasant revolts. If you have a province that was incredibly happy and it gets taken over, there will be a ton of loyalists that fight. And if the loyalists take the city back, you regain control of it. It's really cool. Although if we were to get our only city taken out, we lose. Okay, so in the city, let's build...
And you know what game was a lot harder and a lot darker than Ocarina of Time?
What?
Majora's Mask.
Leinster would like a trade agreement. Okay. Yeah, I really like Majora's Mask. I actually enjoy Majora's Mask more than Ocarina of Time.
I do most of the time too. It's just, the beginning of actually both of those games is quite awful.
Yeah, the very beginning is kind of tedious, especially if you're doing it again and again.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's awful. I just think it's tedious once it's more than your first time doing it. The first time is great.
The first time is fine because you're like, whoa, what's going on? And then like the second time you're like,
I
I've
think
done
that
this before.
I think Ocarina of Time had a more grandiose opening in that the first time you walk into Hyrule Field, your mind is blown. I know
Yeah.
mine was as a kid.
Yeah, especially when you're a kid and you haven't seen anything like that before.
And there's not even much in it, but it feels like there is.
Yeah.
But after you're done with that wow factor, and it does have quite a bit of wow factor, I feel like all over as a more solid game, although it doesn't have the wide open giant world feel, Majora's Mask is just a better made game.
Yeah.
The dungeons are a lot better thought out for the most part. The water temple, okay, I don't mind the water temple in Ocarina of Time. I don't like it, but I don't have this visceral hate that most people do for it. It's a fine temple. I prefer the
Yeah.
forest temple. That was a fun one. But the water
prefer the
temple
fire
in
temple.
Majora's Mask, I fucking hate.
Yeah.
With the levers and the gears and oh god, it is the least fun part of the game.
Yeah.
I will straight up say that is my least favorite place in the entire game, that water temple. And the music blows. But it has such a good lead up to it. You remember when you're like, I like the stealth in Ocarina of Time where you're like hiding from the Gerudo bandits. I like that.
Yeah. That was
They're
cool.
Gerudo pirates in Majora's Mask, and I like
Yeah.
that. It was fun. I don't know if I liked it as much, but it was still fun.
It was cool because it was like, hey, look at this that you already know about.
Yeah, it was a cool
bringing
idea,
it
and they
back.
advanced on it. You know, like they
Yeah.
did a new turn with it, and it worked.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was better or worse, but it was a very fun, refreshing thing. I
like
it
how
a
they
lot.
brought a lot of that lore back, like, Ganondorf's adopted mothers are in the game.
What did you think of Twilight Princess? I have Twilight Princess on Wii. I could not really get into the game. I played like the first 2 hours and then just kind of stopped and never went back to it. And I have Skyward Sword. My sister bought it, actually. I've seen a little bit of it. I haven't really played any of it. My sister, she says, my sister said that she had a lot of fun with it. Like, she has fun when she plays it, but she doesn't feel like she has a whole lot of incentive to go back to it when she turns it off. Which, that's saying a lot for a Zelda game, you know? She said it's fun when she plays it, but she just kind of forgets about it after.
See, I've played a bit of Skyward Sword, and playing it, it just felt
Not good.
not good. It didn't
That
feel
sucks.
good. It didn't feel like Legend of Zelda. You didn't feel that grand amazingness.
What is your wish?
That dun 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 of
Yeah.
walking around the world instead of just flying around white.
Yeah. See, but I liked Wind Waker with the boat.
Wind Waker is one I've actually almost never seen
What is
any
your wish?
footage of and never played.
Oh, I love Wind Waker.
But I've heard very good things. In fact,
At last,
I think it's
my
the
sword
one
was
that we
getting
don't
rusty.
have, and my sister is just looking for a good deal on it. At,
Oh, God, it is so...
she'll probably get it at Toy Rat. Toy Rat's always got a copy of it.
The story's just so, like... like, it pulled me in, like, right away,
I like
because
the
it just...
art
It felt so... like I knew it.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like I already knew the story before I started playing, but
We're
it
on
just
our way.
felt cool that way.
Also, we just declared war.
No.
Yeah, we're about to march on. And I see that they have no walls. I feel like we
Well-
have a distinct advantage.
I guess we're gonna win.
I guess we didn't need to bring ladder men.
Men, put down the ladders!
They just drop them on the floor, we run across them.
Well, actually, you can do that in Medieval 2 Total War.
Drop them on the ground and run along them.
Well, not run along them, but you have to, like, you have to
Move
build
out,
ladders
attack.
when you're waiting to attack a city. Like, you actually make a camp outside their town and then, like, build your things that you need to siege the city for a little while. And men will have ladders, and then if you have a spy in their city, you can open up the gates and just run through.
That's
So you
cool.
can just drop the ladders and run.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really, really useful.
So we're engaged with their marshal right now. And I think we're going to win this because Army's a little bit bigger by like 10 men. We both have about 270. However, most of their guys are pikemen, and they're not particularly... They suck against Highlanders because a pike is never going to win in a sword fight. A pike's going to win against cavalry. We don't have
Yeah.
any horses. We don't even have
It's-
horses in our country. Oh yeah, we're winning decisively now. Their morale is starting to break. Now you can, if you want, you can control it like Total War style and like go down the battlefield. I like to simulate it. I'm all about the grand economy and diplomacy, not so much the combat.
See, I'm always with the combat.
And I can see their units are actually starting to retreat now because they're turning around and their colors are turning white. So they pretty much just got their general left. I'm hoping we actually imprison their general because I don't want him going back home and getting a new army.
Yet another glorious
imprisoned him.
victory, sire.
To
Now
battle
Peter-
and
we
victory.
can ransom him.
Talk.
We can
is your
ransom him,
master?
release him, or execute him. I'm gonna just hold on to him for now.
Peter and I had we had like our game plan when we played Medieval 2 Total War. He'd do the diplomacy part of it, and then I would do the battles because he liked the diplomacy and stuff.
Yep.
And I loved battling.
Peter and I have actually been talking a lot recently.
Yeah?
Yeah, mostly talking about Civilization 5.
Yeah, he's really into that.
Okay, I'm actually gonna pull back because he's got very strong city
We lost a
defenses.
battle.
I'm gonna pull back to the capital. We're not
What do
ready
you
to take that on
Back
fight
to the
yet.
castle.
I saw just two letters in the chat, and it made me think of something. The DS Zelda games.
What about him?
Myself, I wasn't a big fan.
Okay, we just hired a second marshal, Marshal
Home
Phil.
sweet home.
I felt like they had their problem with just being gimmicky.
Mm-hmm.
like Phantom Hourglass was like playing off
I
of.
want to say right off the bat, I didn't play any of the DS ones.
I played a bit of them. I didn't actually finish any of them because
You didn't feel like coming back to them?
I couldn't go back to them.
They just were not interesting you enough.
Yeah. It was
Let us take
like
a
Phantom Hourglass is the boat, so I feel like it's just playing off the popularity of Wind Waker, and I could just play Wind Waker to have that experience anyway. So, and Spirit Tracks was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like next they're gonna have like airplanes. Oh wait, they had fucking birds.
Unfortunately, you can't have more than one general with a standing army in a city at once, so we just have Philip camping outside the walls.
What?
Sucks to be my royal court. Once we have another city, though, we can crew both of them. I'd like to have 2 generals to go around, because 2 generals can enter a battle at once. So we can overwhelm them.
Yeah.
Warm food.
Okay,
at
now
last.
the big army can camp outside. Have to switch them in and out. I really wish we were getting food faster than this. It's kind of abysmal that our capital's getting food this slowly, but we're upgrading the inn to a hostel for more workers, more income, more happiness.
It's bad when you've played a game and you don't even remember it.
I don't remember iNinja.
So obviously iNinja was really bad.
It wasn't really bad, it was just so incredibly meh. It was an early Xbox game.
Yeah, I
I think
think
it was
I
also
remember iNinja.
GameCube. I think it was probably PS2 also. It was
A
like
new
a
Everything.
construction
decent
has been finished,
platformer.
sire.
Everything was for PS2.
Yeah.
Everything.
Except Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. That was GameCube only and fucking awesome.
And then Halo.
And Halo.
But then everything else?
Okay,
You gotta-
Lothian will only give me 800 gold pieces for the return of their Earl? Fuck you. Decline. I'm not giving
If
your
he
fucking Earl back for that little.
If he doesn't join you, just execute him.
Well, he can't join me. I can't offer him. I'm just gonna hold on to him. Because, I don't want him going back to them. He's probably a skilled marshal.
It's true. And you're worth them, so.
So fuck him.
And fuck them.
Yeah. Let's actually put those units in the garrison.
home, sweet home.
And I'll just have the marshal
Let us
alone
rest.
as one troop, camp alone outside, because he eats the least food. And I'm a dick that way. And I'll just hire units directly into the garrison to save food for now. And then I'll move them. You don't remember iNinja? Who doesn't remember iNinja other than myself and you? Yeah, iNinja was... it was okay.
I think I know iNinja. Like,
If you saw his face, you'd remember the box art that you walked by in the bargain bin 1,000 times.
he's that really, really tiny, like, he's got a really tiny body, but that big giant head.
Yeah, and he's got like he's cartoony, and he's got
He's
like
like,
the
he's like blue
katana.
with a red bandana
Yeah,
thing.
and he's got like a katana on his back.
Yep, iNinja, I remember that.
Yeah, it was okay.
The game was so full of shit.
It had some problems with the camera, like a lot of platformers did. A lot of 3D platformers.
Oh, something I got super excited about. When Game Grumps started playing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Is that the one you were talking about before that you have?
I own that game.
Yeah, I had a Genesis one that was like a fighter, and it was really kick-ass.
Did you play as the Megazord and stuff?
Yeah, there were 2 parts of the fight. First, you're on the ground as one of the Power Rangers, and then the second part, the monster grows, and you are the Megazord or the Dragon Zord if you have Green Ranger in the story.
What?
I only
played the straight up fighter, where you could only play as one of the 4 different Zords, and I own the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers video game.
Yeah, this one, it had every Ranger, including Green Ranger. It was Mighty Morphin, of course. It had both the Zords, and it had all the main monsters, like Goldar and all of them.
Well, Goldar, like, he wasn't even really a monster, he was just kind of like a lead character.
He was just kind of like a lackey. The papacy would like, they would like a alliance pact. Yes, we now have the greatest alliance you can have with another team, which is an alliance pact. which is basically we promise to protect each other in a war.
Wow.
So we have the papacy, we have Vatican State on our side solidly. We're probably the best ally of them. Why they picked us, I don't know. Is that a mercenary camp? Yeah, it's got a bunch of desert spearmen and desert archers. They're not really amazing. Okay,
Home sweet home.
we're almost ready to get this army going.
I'm doing the incredibly easy task of helping you, well, not helping. I'm being here while you do this, and I'm also
Yes.
playing Skyrim.
Ah.
Just
I'm
fucking
leaving
easy.
my castle.
Marching.
Okay, we have the full army marching out now. We only have laddermen with one of the two groups, however, because I don't feel the need to bring more.
Watch, you're gonna need more.
Yeah, all of a sudden they have, like, stone walls and a moat.
iNinja was for PC?
I did not know I had a PC port. Now I have to get it to remember it again. Do you have a gamepad? Because I have a feeling that game would blow with arrow keys.
Yeah.
I think that game kind of requires a joystick. Then again, I have 100%ed Dynasty Warrior 6 on PC without a gamepad before. In fact, I'm quite used to that. I've not played it with a gamepad yet, even though I got one today.
Which Dynasty Warriors do I have?
6 was awesome.
I
6
have
was
one of them.
awesome, but they made the characters look really
For
fucking
honor.
stupid.
Yes,
Attack.
I will crush these
What is your
peasants.
Well,
crush
they tend to do that in a lot of the new ones.
Yeah, and the new ones, they always change how they look and they make it stupid. They also changed a lot of the weapons. Don't you have 5? I have 4 and 6, because those are the ones for PC.
4 was
Also
like my
have-
favorite one.
4 was fantastic. The
It's
music was
amazing
not
to
as good
play
as
with
6.
friends.
The music was not as good as 6. I do like that they let you use Zahao as one of the main characters for Wei from the very beginning. That was awesome. Because, of course, Zahao is one of the main ones, because he always is. Do you remember him?
Yep.
Eye patch. But they actually have his brother as one of the main characters.
He's one of my favorite. He is my favorite character, the guy with the eye patch and the giant sword.
Yeah, Zahao
Once
is
again,
like everyone's
Oh.
Nazis have managed to
Also,
conquer a
badass.
new province.
victory. Now,
won.
here's the big thing. You have conquered all provinces to reunite Scotland. Happy nobles from around the lands have gathered 5,000 gold as tribute to the throne. They have asked you to announce the world that from now on the Highlands will be known as Scotland. Either we can decline and keep it the Highlands, or we can decide we do want Scotland and take the 5,000. What do you say? There is no actual difference, other than a boost of money and a name, and I think the flag changes.
We should be Scotland.
Yeah, by all means. The Highlands will now be Scotland. We are now Scotland. And the flag stays the same because Scotland's flag is actually the
Yeah.
Highlands flag. Because the Highlands
Back
did win
to
the
the
war
castle.
historically.
I am
And we'll do a
more
leadership
skilled now.
upgrade for Walter. And we want tactics
I am
and
skilled
leadership
now.
for Philip.
What is your wish?
And Philip is currently in the long process of capturing, basically taking over the government in the new city. Before we can start
good.
utilizing it.
Yeah, I always hated that they're taking over the government because it took so long.
We can spend a large sum of money to get it to go by faster, but yeah.
But
I,
there's
wa-
no.
I want a harbor in the capital for more ships and more food and gold from the trade routes. So yeah, we've completely wiped out that country. We're starting to gain a little bit of power in the
Political
world. Scotland is unified. And next, I think we march on York. York's only 1 or 2 cities right now because Wales won a war against them.
Wow.
You know what you should get that's really good, Brandon? You should get Company of Heroes. I swear I'm in love with this game. Yeah, I was actually talking to Brandon a week or 2 ago about Company of Heroes, just when I still have hardly played the game, but yeah, I give it 2 thumbs up, assuming I only have 2 hands.
2 thumbs up could mean anything.
Yeah.
That could mean a horrible Flash game 5 out of 5.
I was gonna say, well, horrible Flash game, it has to have at least between a 7 and 10 out of 10 if it's horrible.
Oh, your game lacks this and the graphics aren't that good, but I think it's perfect.
I haven't played the game yet because it couldn't load. 5 out of 5.
Oh,
Fucking
fuck.
Flash trash. What was I gonna say?
I feel like we give spoilers away about the show, but it's just hard not to.
It's hard not to. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I played Company of Heroes so far. The setting sounds boring, World War II, but I think it's done very well.
For Christ
the teams
and
are very
glory,
different and
a
very
new
fun.
crusade.
It does kind of suck that there's not so much variety in that allies are always fighting Axis, Axis are always fighting allies, so whoever you're fighting, you always know it's one of games.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more co-op friendly than
Anything ever?
Dawn of War 2.
Oh. Oh.
Dawn of War. Well, the thing is basically based off. Well, Dawn of War 2 is based off Company of Heroes. They use the same game system, except they're both made by THQ and Relic, and they're clearly off the same system. Company of Heroes came out first, and Company of Heroes actually does have base building. You can basically every team's kind of like the Imperial Guard, where you're heavily based on cover. You can build trenches and stuff. You can build artillery. It's really, really fun. And of course, you have to get the expansions because only having the United States versus Germany blows.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
Especially because on the Allies, I prefer using the English.
I would try it, but I'm poor, so I can't get it.
Yeah, the game is way too expensive considering how long it's been out.
Why, how
Also,
much-
let's hire a cleric, even
May
though we have
God
to pay him
bless
and
you,
educate
my
the cleric.
lord.
That's an
Is it like? Is it still like
God bless
30
the
bucks?
city with plenty.
For the game and expansions, I think it's like $30. That's why it sucks that you missed the THQ Humble Bundle because it was $5 for that game, each expansion, and like 4 other games, including Saints Row the Third.
Yeah, but I can't play Saints Row the Third.
I know, but you could have it on your Steam account for whenever you get a computer.
I can't play Saints Row the First.
Well, you can't play Saints Row the First because it wasn't on a computer.
Well, either way, probably wouldn't run
It's on
anyway.
PlayStation. I think it's like PS1. No one fucking bought it though because it had
PS1.
or not PS1.
It's probably on PS2.
No, it was Xbox, original Xbox. But no one fucking bought it because the cover art just looked like generic Grand Theft Auto ripoff when it was actually very cool.
Well, Saints Row the first one wasn't very
I
cool.
like playing as the Germans. The German Standard Army, I very much like. I like both German armies. The other one's Panzer Elite. I do like Panzer Elite. I don't like them as much. There's no team in that game I actually dislike, but if there's one that I like the least, it is definitely United States.
America?
Yeah. I'm not huge on them.
Don't like America?
I don't think there's any team that's particularly underpowered or overpowered. I haven't played the game very much to really realize it, at least. I don't like their playstyle very much. It's, I don't like it. And it's funny because usually in games, I prefer the ones with the cheap but many units. But I think the main reason I like the German Standard Army so much is because I play things like Zerg, which is incredibly specialized units. They have many, many different units that are only good at destroying 1 or 2 different kinds of units, and they suck against everything else. That is what the German Standard Army is like. And I very, very much like that. Because it's heavily based in your knowledge of the battlefield, and you're keeping a cool head and knowing what to build to counter what, and properly scouting to know what they're going to make.
For some reason,
America is not like that.
For some reason, that conversation just started me like on this
Town
like thing in my head. I was like,
authorities have been
now
taken
I really want to play Age of Empires 3.
Age of Empires 3 is fucking awesome.
It is.
I do have it installed because, for the Let's Play whenever I get back to recording that.
So do I.
Also, it looks like we finally took over the town government here, and they were almost done building an axesmith, so we get a free axesmith. Now, what are the units we can build here? There are actually more local units here.
A
They can make
new
light
building has
cavalry
been built,
and spearmen,
sire.
which we can't in our capital. However, we don't have horses. And they don't have the natural resource of horses.
Nice.
I want to save up for a church here, so we can have more books.
Age of Empires 3 was great.
Age of
Should make a
Empires 3
fourth
was
one.
fucking awesome. Age of Empires 2 was also really fucking awesome.
Yeah, I played that one.
Both of them are fantastic games. Although Age of Empires 2 is a little hard to get working on modern systems. It works fine, but the color's all fucked up. There's actually a fan-made patch that fixes it.
Mine just works fine.
Yours works fine without the fucked up colors. I think it's on 64-bit systems. The colors are fucked up.
Probably.
Same thing happens to Fallout 1 sometimes. I think the Steam version and the good old games versions of Fallout 1 have that problem fixed.
We have built a new
Which is yet
building,
another
sire.
reason why to love Steam and good old games. One of many, 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 many reasons to love them. Aside from their constant sales, cheap prices, and insanely good games.
You an
it being
advertisement?
that and the games being bound to an account, so if you switch computers, you can re-download it for free.
I loved that because at school, the computers at my school are actually better than the computer I have at my house.
Yep.
So
Terraria.
if I ever have a giant break, I can just go to the Learning Commons and play.
Yeah, you just do Terraria. It's 30 megabytes.
I did Terraria already. I was playing that today.
Yeah, I saw. Is this morning at like 10 or something, right?
Yep. I didn't have class till like 11, but I was at school at like 10 o'clock.
Political
Okay, let's look at the
view.
map and start looking at relations around the world and see what we're going to do. Wales is at war with Wessex. Wessex is gaining some power. East Anglia is still pretty small. I think we should look at our conquest of Great Britain. I'm thinking we should just conquer the whole island. What should we do with Ireland, though? We have a trade agreement with Leinster, although it's not particularly profitable for us. It's more so profitable for them. And how's the rest of the world looking, actually? France is getting bigger. Italy is getting huge. Hungary's massive, and it's a vassal state of Germany. So Germany is by far the largest superpower of the world. In fact, Germany took over all of Denmark.
Wow.
Yeah, and Sweden's getting pretty big too. Muscovy took over all of Novgorod. Kiev is becoming smaller. Lithuania is fairly large, and to the south, nothing's really going on. The countries in northern Africa are fucking huge, but they're only a few cities each, because one city governs a ton of desert. So
Yeah.
it's not any more, it's a lot more land, but it's not more resource heavy. Commando 3 is $2. I've played every Age of Empires game and liked all but 3. I love 3.
Yeah, I love 3
I
too.
love the shit out of 3 because
For Christ
it has a
and
lot of
glory,
depth to it.
a new crusade.
Trade agreement? Sure.
There's a lot of depth, and it's
there's
just
a lot of
fucking
depth,
awesome.
and the setting is amazing.
The setting is... Oh.
And the teams are actually quite well balanced. They're not well balanced at all in the second game. In the second
Well-
game, there are teams that are straight up just better. Korea. Fucking
It de-
Korea. Korea is the
depends on
game genie.
It depends on what game type
Foreign
you're playing.
loyalist dogs are rebelling.
Because
But
if you're playing like a regular Rush game, if you're playing the Russians, you're gonna win most likely.
I will
If you're
crush
Russia
these
or Spain,
peasants.
and you have a well-built deck for it.
Because you throw Strelets out like nothing, and then in the next age you can turn them into
Musketeers?
musketeers.
Yeah, and Musketeers are kick-ass.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that's why Russia is good at rushing, and also Russia has the second most defensive structure upgrades in cards.
Oh yeah.
But Spain gets their home shipments faster, so a Spanish deck based around military shipments is also really good at rushing.
Yeah.
Although those Rodelros are pretty for a unique
Yeah, but you
unit.
can turn Rodelros into something.
Yeah, I think you can turn them into. I don't remember what you can turn them into, but it's a good unit. Also, nice peasant
Sire,
uprising. I
we
have won
squashed
a
it like a
battle.
bug.
Time
us
to
remove.
stock and rest.
Yeah, there goes the rebel army. Man, they were threatening. Right, upgrade to docks. Right now, I'm just kind of I'm putting some more infrastructure in my cities before I continue with the warpath. I just want to make sure that I'm making the most of my cities.
Be cool. It would be cool if I just had money,
Now that I am more skilled,
Grow money.
I want to
and then I could just buy Commando 3 right now for $2.
Well, I liked playing as Germans in Age of Empire 2. Yeah, or Age of Empire 3. Yeah, Germany is probably my... Of the European powers, they're probably the one I'm best with. I have a lot of fun with them, and having the Ulons with every shipment are very, very good.
Really, Germany?
Yeah, Germany's really good. They're super expensive, but super
Well, yeah.
powerful.
I've played all the teams.
Yeah, and
I like Germany. It's one of the good ones.
their
But
heavy infantry is amazing. I don't. What's their heavy
king
infantry's name
is
again?
dead.
Also, our king just died of age.
The Jaegers.
Yeah. No. That's a mercenary unit. You remember
Okay.
they have the sideways hat and the super heavy armor and like claymores.
Oh, the Doppelsultners.
Yeah, those guys. They have the huge area of effect attacks. They're like basically samurai, and their siege hand attack is the highest of any infantry in the entire game. In fact, there are home shipments to upgrade it more. Eventually, you're hitting like 100 damage per torch.
That's almost as good as the Ronins.
Yeah, Ronins are amazing
And
mercenaries.
to get a big army of Ronin, you have to be the Dutch.
Dutch are an incredibly fun team.
I got so good as the Dutch.
The Dutch were fucking assholes if you were a high level because you could have like 11 banks.
You can have 10, it's the max.
Yeah,
Because I have all the cards and everything.
it's fucking insane. Well,
Awesome.
aren't you level 70?
I'm level 60.
You're level 60. My best team, though, is the Sioux. I initially did not like the Sioux, but I grew to absolutely love them.
Oh god, I hate all the native teams.
I can see why you would. They have a really weird playstyle, but the Sioux, I love the Rifle Riders.
I can't play the natives and I can't play the
Asians.
Asians.
In India, that's another team that initially I hated India. Now they're my favorite Asian team. I'm quite good as India. I think my best team, though, is either the Sioux or the Dutch. And Russia's really fun.
Russia is just fucking
Oh,
amazing.
and Portugal. I fucking kick ass as Portugal.
Really?
No one plays Portugal but me.
I know
Portugal
someone
has
who
the-
played Portugal, and he became my friend in that game. We played a lot of games together. He was really good.
Portugal. I love that they expand so quickly and that their economy is so incredibly powerful because they can make citizens so quickly. Because by second age, you have 2 cities, so you have
True.
double the citizen rate of everyone else.
It's true.
Everyone's voting for the leader of Europe, and of course, nobody reaches a decisive anything.
What the fuck was that?
Also, I just hired a new merchant because we're not making a whole lot of money.
Ooh, that's probably why you didn't like Age of Empires 3, because you don't have any of the expansions.
Oh yeah, the expansions really make that game.
Yeah, because the regular game, there was a lot of things that were unbalanced and broken, and they fixed them with the expansions.
Yeah, in the regular game, it was not well balanced. Hey, you remember in the regular game, France? Holy shit, France! Before the patches that came with
France
Warchief.
was the first team I ever played as, and I used to play them a lot, and I was really, really good as them.
The
But
Pope
now I
has
just
called
suck as
for
them.
a crusade.
You remember the French? What was the French cavalry? That was like the most powerful cavalry in the game, possibly the most powerful unit in the game.
The Cuirassier.
Yeah. You remember them before the patches that came with war chiefs and Asian dynasties? Before they got nerfed? Where they were
They're still really powerful.
They would literally one-shot enemy units.
They're still like really, really powerful.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you get the full upgrades and everything, they're still a little overpowered.
That and Spanish missionaries are still OP as shit. The fastest,
God, yeah.
They're the fastest land unit in the game. They have an aura of increased damage, and they heal people.
Mhm.
And since they're the fastest land unit, that means if you take out the enemy army, they'll just run away. You can't catch them. You have no chance of catching them. The Sioux cannot catch them.
Mhm.
If the Sioux can't catch them, they're too fast.
Mhm.
The Sioux are the fastest units in the game. They're almost entirely cavalry, which is funny, because with the Sioux I actually use a ton of infantry.
Really?
Yeah. Although I do have a hotkey for a mobile army. And they're almost entirely rifle riders. Because if you run in with rifle riders, it's like running in with Cossacks. You can completely annihilate someone's economy. Just, like, decimate their economy.
Oh, what are they? The Russian Oprikniks?
Fucking
Oh.
if you find an undefended area, you will destroy you'll immediately wipe out all of their civilians and like half their buildings before
Yep.
their army gets back.
And that'll be like
The Oprikniks
crippling.
are the equivalent to Age of Empires 2. What were the unique units that the Mongolians or the not the Mongolians, the Huns, the Hun had?
Oh, baby.
The Hunnic court. They had I don't remember the name of their unicavalry, but it did bonus damage to buildings and citizens. It was an equivalent unit. It was kick-ass. Earl of West Sax wants a trade agreement. No, because I wanted to warn you. A marriage between our princess and you. Okay. Yeah.
Your wisest
I just
of
married
rulers
his daughter.
and his kin.
Which I think is worth it because that means that there's more time in his life to have kids, which means less chance of having to give the king job to a marshal and thus making unhappy people. So that's worth it.
Yep.
Yeah, you might have liked it more if you had the expansions. I agree.
Yeah, definitely would.
We have built a
It
new
is
building,
super
sire.
fun. Super fun game. I need to play that on the stream more often. It's an easy game to stream.
Age of Empires?
Yeah, Age of Empires.
Yeah.
Because we're Canadian, right? So Empires, because we're all about
Yeah.
the hockey.
Yeah.
Isn't it your family watches hockey and you don't?
I used to watch hockey.
Your sister watches hockey, doesn't she?
She used to.
I used to watch it a little bit when I was a kid just because my dad watched it.
Because you were Canadian.
I've never really had an interest in hockey. I just kind of watched it because it was there. I stopped watching hockey when I was probably like 6.
Yeah, but every Canadian has watched hockey at some point in their life.
Oh yeah. It's the unofficial national sport. For some reason the national sport is lacrosse, which ask any Canadian, if you're not French Canadian, you don't watch lacrosse. Hey Brandon, name one lacrosse team.
I don't know a fucking lacrosse team.
Exactly.
Who watches lacrosse?
I don't know.
It's a bullshit sport.
I don't think it's bullshit. It's just not even remotely interesting to me, which is funny because it's almost the same as hockey. It is so
Well,
similar.
Has
All
called
sports
for a
are almost the
crusade.
exact same as each other.
Well, it's like rugby and football. They're incredibly similar. Although
Yes.
rugby's more interesting to me than football. I don't really watch either one. Actually, football's more interesting to me because I love listening to the news ticker on the players. In the NFL, there's about one guy who goes to jail a week. It's hilarious. It's the only reason why I listen to Turducken is Tasty, a weekly football podcast that's like an hour to 2 hours long, because they have a daily ticker on how long it's been since someone in the NFL went to jail, and it usually resets before it hits 7 days.
Nice.
It's pretty amazing. I think their record is 16 days without an arrest in the NFL, and that was during the off season. During the off season last year, there was I think it was 25 arrests, and some of them were fucking crazy. Mostly it's drunk driving, but like one of them was like a dude was called for like beating up his grandma. Well, he was like high on ecstasy and beat the shit out of his grandma.
What a
American
fucking
football players are fucking weird.
Yeah. So are Canadian football players, though.
Yeah.
They think they're like the shit, and it's like, you play Canadian football.
Go play hockey. You
Play
want a
hockey.
brutal sport? Hockey. Where a dude will take a puck to the teeth, get his mouth wired shut, and then get back out on the rink by the next inning.
Yeah, that's why I like hockey players, because they're so, like,
Hockey players are fucking
badass.
freaks of natures. You remember that guy who had his jugular cut during a match, and he just put his hand on it and skated off to get patched up?
I remember that one of the Buffalo Sabres did that.
Yep. It's happened
Chris
more than
Drury.
once where a dude got his jugular cut by a skate.
Chris Drury got his jugular cut, then he went back out on the ice, and he scored the winning goal of the game.
Yep. One of my most favorite games is Europa. Yeah, I haven't played any of those games, but I've heard good things about them. Those are like grand strategy games, right? Where this like huge scale strategy.
Never heard of it.
You ever heard of the Victoria games? I heard they're like that too. Or Crusader Kings. I heard that one is like incredibly hard to get into because it's so complex.
Oh, you know what game I want to
Georgia
play?
wants an alliance. Okay.
You know what game I want to play? Chivalry.
Oh yeah. That looks fucking amazing. You ever seen Kraken's videos on it? Hilarious.
I watched Total Biscuits videos on it.
Oh, I fucking hate Total Biscuit.
Really?
Yeah. The first video I ever saw of Total Biscuit was him playing the War Z, and he was the most biased fucking asshole in that video. It was so unfair, the shit he said. And he has, like, sheep. A lot of his fans are just sheep, and I know you're gonna get that with any big fan base. I don't blame him for having sheep fans, but it just pisses me off. I don't totally hate him. It's just I hate how he acts in some of his videos. He seems really.
Well, yeah, some of his videos I don't like because of the way he acts,
Yeah.
so I don't watch those
He
ones.
seems really stiffly opinionated, where he's not going to change his opinion on something, no matter how good
Yeah.
the argument is, and that's what bugs me. I have no problem with a guy with a lot of passion. I do have a problem with a guy who's like a fucking asshole. Also, the Earl of West Sax just died, and I can claim some of his land because I married his daughter, and she's the only heir.
Wow.
You have
Yoink.
lost kingdom
I
power.
lost a lot of kingdom power for it because it's a dishonorable thing to do, but
Political.
I don't give a shit. Did it not work? Yeah, it didn't work. I just lost kingdom power. It usually
Really?
works.
You having kingdom power.
I just spent a
That was
shit ton of money
increased.
to get it back up a bit.
I didn't know it could fail.
It can fail. There's a very small chance that there will be like revolts, basically, and the royal court will overthrow it, and they'll basically revoke your marriage.
Sire,
Although I'm still married.
I present you the royal
To revoke
family.
your marriage.
Yes,
You two aren't allowed to be married anymore.
she's in our country, so I'd like to see you come and take her.
Come take my bitch.
Yep. I believe the correct terminology is "oh." Get it right. Oh my god. Becky,
What?
her butt is so big, but as a side note, this city is called Murica.
That's it?
Mercia.
America.
Murka. Or Murkia. Fuck! It was so close. I guess it could be Murica. Or no, Murkia.
It'd be murky, yeah.
It's the only way you can pronounce it. Fuck me.
Political view.
So that's... I want to go north a little bit more. York. What are the bordering states of York? Well, there's the capital of York, and that's their only state. Okay, we can actually take out York. And they don't like us very much. How about we
Do
go
they
march
like
on
us?
them? Let's
Yes,
take
my lord.
advantage of this before someone else does.
I'm leaving the castle.
Okay.
Let us
Okay,
restock and
let's get the
rest.
army grouped together. Also, I'm pouring all the money into Kingdom Power until we get that back up to full. Hey, Diaphanous.
It sounds really fair. They're weak, we kill them.
Yeah, they're weaker than us,
I
and thus they
greet
must be
the
evil.
brightest ruler.
Isn't
in
that
the
how
world.
Europe worked? If they're smaller than us and we're near them, we take them over. Isn't that how civilization works, too?
Yeah, that's basically how everything works.
Yep. Okay,
What is your command?
let's go marching for the border.
Move.
I don't want to
Move.
declare war while
Everybody
we're in
out.
their border, because you often lose kingdom power for that, and people don't like you for that, because they just look at it as really dishonorable to declare war with them while your army is on their land.
That's stupid.
I can see how they consider it dishonorable, though, don't you?
Yeah.
But if you're on the border,
Hurrah!
it doesn't count.
A royal
march.
child is
Royal
born.
child is born.
Let's march.
Princess, fuck that. I don't need princesses. They're just bargaining chips in this game. I need princes.
Yeah.
Declare
You
war.
always
Christ
you always
and
need
glory.
princes.
Yeah, I
A
need an
new
heir to the throne.
crusade.
Let's time to move.
I don't want a girl.
Okay, they're
Build
moving to
fort.
engage. Okay,
March,
I'm gonna
let's
stand
march.
behind them in a fortified camp.
Secure
I'll have a
the area.
massive defensive bonus if they try to engage in this fight. Also, I'm lobbing arrows to lower their numbers before they reach me. And
Good
they're
plan.
still engaging in this fight because they're fucking
the crowd.
stupid. I outnumber them so much. And they're using spears.
They're using spears.
Whoa, Mah-Dry, you only need men. Bit male-loving, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with male-loving. I don't care if this is medieval.
I will crush these peasants.
For honor.
Come on, run away.
Attack.
Yeah, that's right. Pull a tactical retreat. Yeah, he's running back into the city now.
For valor, attack.
For honor. Attack.
Come on. Yeah, get in that city. Okay, let's hit the city. Losing, slightly winning. Wow, they have a huge garrison. I'm gonna see how this plays out.
What the fuck?
Their morale is breaking before ours is. They're starting to retreat. Yet they're scattering. We got this.
Sire, we
I like
conquered
this.
an enemy
What in
province.
God's name
There
is
we
the
go.
is the chat talking about?
We took it over. Victory. Trade good one. We now have ink.
Political.
and we took over all of York. York has been completely conquered.
Is that it? If that's how you spell the place in 300.
What?
What? Mephistopheles?
I mean, in all honesty, look at the Battle of Mephistopheles. If that's how you spell the place in 300. I'm out of cargo. I'm Dutch.
Sorry to tell you, but the
What?
Mephistopheles was not the place of the battle.
In fact, Mephistopheles is a biblical devil.
Now that I am more
Also,
skilled,
a
I will
badass
raise.
name.
What's your name? Mephistopheles.
Actually, the name of my old guild that I created
We have
in
built
World of
a new
Warcraft way
building,
back in the
sire.
day, it was called Mephistopheles and Friends. Just because it sounded funny. I've seen so many good guild names. Wait up, I'm fat. But my all-time favorite will always be JFK was flagged for PvP. And that guild name got forced to change after one day for controversy.
Wow.
I think this chat became drunk. Simulation-esque games do kinda, but I love Mah-Dry-Bread, so don't care.
The battle that happened in the movie 300 happened at a place called Thermopylae.
Yes, you're correct.
The Battle of Thermopylae. There were
Having
300
released
Spartans and
your
about 2 million Athenians.
And guess who won?
They were on the same side against the
Yes.
Persians.
Well, that's what I mean.
The Persian force of like a bajillion.
Sire,
Persia lost
one
the
of our
war, which
Catholic
actually kinda
cousins
sucks
has been
because,
excommunicated.
Oh, hold on.
I think it was pretty badass that the two fighting people,
Hungary
because
lost again.
Athens and Sparta were fighting constantly,
Yeah.
and then they teamed up to beat Persia away.
It sucks that Persia lost that war because for as much as Greece gave us, Persia was a much more stable and a lot better country as far as like economy and like civil rights goes.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was a monarchy, which
It was a monarchy compared to the Republic of.
instead of a
only?
republic. So a lot of people say that democracy might have gotten stamped out if not for Greece winning. Not only do I agree with that, but I would say that Persia was an incredibly successful monarchy. They had religious freedom. You were allowed to be any religion. There was no penalty for being any religion, which was unheard of at the time. There was no penalty for not being state religion. They had free trade. They had incredible compensation and a much higher quality of general life. Much better working class quality of life.
Mhm.
There are very little things that Persia had that was not as good.
Until after that entire war,
Yeah.
when Alexander the Great
The
became
Pope has
the
called
powerhouse
for a
of the
crusade.
place, and
Yeah, and
he basically took the teachings of the Persians and the Greeks and put them together, and that's how he conquered that whole bunch of the world.
Also, Greece had one of those big problems in the same way that Mongolia did, where they had an amazing, charismatic leader that everyone wanted to follow.
Town
and
authorities
the,
have been
the
taken
civilization flourished while they were in charge, but as soon as that person died, it just started going downhill, because it was one great person holding it all together. Same thing happened with Mongolia, where Mongolia is the only country to ever take over China. They took over all of China under Genghis Khan's rule. Then they had Kublai Khan, who was still very good, but not as respected because he hadn't had as many great feats. And by the time Kublai Khan died, there were only 3 more Khans before all of it disbanded again. And China came back, and Mongolia was completely disbanded again into tribes. And those 3 Khans did nothing of consequence.
Mm-hmm.
Exact thing with the Dutch. Yeah, free religion, free market, and look at them now. Ever since the Netherlands was founded, it has been an economic powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
That's because the Netherlands have rational laws. In fact, Canada is starting to get a lot of laws that the Netherlands has because of slaves. Well, yes, the Netherlands had a shit ton of slaves, just like England. Although I would say that Netherlands had more.
The government's trying to pass marijuana as being legal.
Yes, they're trying to pass marijuana as being legal, but isn't it going to be government regulated?
Yeah,
Which I don't really have a problem with it as long as it's government regulated.
Because
I would still never do it, but
the government will regulate it and tax it, like cigarettes, basically.
which means it's more expensive and also way, way, way less addictive because they're gonna keep a lot of the bad shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because marijuana on itself is really not bad for you. In fact, used medicinally, it's not bad. It's a lot of the stuff that's put in, and of course, any substance like that, someone who has a very addictive personality is never good with. It's like alcohol. Some people can drink it completely responsibly, and other people will ruin their life on it. It's really up to the responsibility of the person in a lot of these cases. But if there's any way to do marijuana, I think that it should be government regulated. If it's going to be legal, it's got to be government regulated, if you ask me. Because just having it legal, but like street legal, I think that's a really awful idea. Because then that's just asking for a huge boom in really unhealthy and like drugs that'll seriously fuck you up. And that's just going to ruin people. And prostitution recently became legal in Canada, but brothels are not. So we're in that weird transition period, kind of like with marijuana, where we're in a weird transition period where it's legal to do it, but it's not legal to make or own it.
It's legal to do it medicinally right now.
No, it's also street legal to do it now.
Is it?
As of last year,
But you can't actually possess it.
you cannot possess it, but you can do it, and you can't make it, and you can't buy it. So unless you are currently smoking it, you can be arrested. It's a really weird transitional period that does not make any sense. Dutch were good against slaves because they sold them, pretty much. I still find it weird to have the ability to pick up a prostitute legally. I don't see why it should be illegal, actually. I think it should be legal only if it's government regulated, because then it does not spread disease. People are going to do it anyways. You might as well have it as safe as possible. Like if you go to the red light district in Netherlands, it is legal, but you need to have a license to go there, to go to a brothel. Where all prostitution is in brothels, and you need to, you live behind a brothel. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned. People should be able to do whatever they choose with their own life. If they really want to be a prostitute, I will personally judge them for it.
Yeah.
But then again, people personally judge people for anything.
People are going to
I
personally...
don't think a prostitute is a respectable job, but I'm not going to be an asshole to someone just because they're a legal prostitute.
People will judge me for my whole life because I'm picking to be an actor.
Exactly, and people judge me because people will all the time say that I don't have a, air quote, real job. I consider it a real job. I am a self-employed online director. I'm in new media, and I'm partnered with a completely legitimate company. I consider it a job. I'm a self-made man.
I have to be that too.
I'm not anywhere near successful yet. And
I
yeah,
have to be
actors are the
self-
same thing, where you're a self-made man.
We're entertainers and we're
Exactly.
self-made.
And you're partnered with companies in that you work for
The
other
Queen
studios.
has given birth to a healthy child.
But
Studios,
you're an
theaters.
independent worker for studios. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think it's perfectly respectable, and I think it's an incredibly productive, or incredibly important, because I do think culture is important because it
Kingdom
drives
power has
people. It
increased.
gives them like will and like it gives them the will to do things. Basically, is culture and entertainment.
Mah-Dry, get a real job. By real job, I mean a job you really hate.
Yeah, that's basically what people mean. Is get a traditional job.
Get a desk job where you punch numbers in.
And I have nothing against desk jobs. I have nothing against government jobs. I have nothing against like standard jobs. We need those too. That's just not what I'm. That's not what I'm good at. That's not what I do. So no disrespect to people with that kind of job. I'm just not doing that kind of job.
Neither am I. And I don't want to ever.
Yeah. I live behind a brothel and in front of a coffee shop and a drugstore. That's normal. Like, I live I live on the same block as a drugstore, same block as, no, like 2 blocks away from a coffee shop, although it's Starbucks. And we
And
don't
next
have,
door to
and-
a church.
And of course, we don't have any brothels because brothels are illegal in Canada. So we do have brothels, of course, but not legal brothels, like pimp brothels. And of course, I live in the. I live in
Infidels
the.
beware. A new
I
crusade
live
is
downtown
coming.
in an industrial city, so of course there are a lot of brothels.
No, Juwan, nobody likes Starbucks.
Yeah, well, Fatima doesn't even like Starbucks, and she works there. She likes some of the drinks because she gets to make them herself. Then again, she says that even though she gets all these free drinks all the time, like she's allowed to take free drinks on her shifts. She says that she's been drinking less and less the longer she's worked there. She's worked there like a few days away from 6 months now, so she'll get her 6-month raise. Starbucks treats you very, very, very well for working there, actually. She gets full health benefits working there, so she has dental, she has chiropractor, she has everything for being a barista at Starbucks. She'll also, her starting pay was $10.40, so she's going to be at $11 after her 6-month pay raise. And she's also in contention right now for being promoted to a shift manager.
Well, cool.
Yeah. Which is basically she's the leader of the floor either than the manager. So she does the till at the end of the night, she bosses people around, and she also works as a barista at the same time if understaffed. It's a lot more work for a fairly small raise, but it is the next step to managerial. And also they're highly considering her because she's also in college. She's working full-time and in college. Which is difficult. Yeah, she is full dental, and she's a barista at Starbucks. She's actually quite highly respected at her Starbucks too. She's kind of the go-to person for for the new people learning how to do stuff, where the shift managers direct them to Fatima.
That's always a good sign.
Oh yeah, the manager. She doesn't like the manager very much, but the manager knows she's a good worker, and all the shifts love her. So that's what matters, is majority rules.
Uh-huh.
I'm not really sure if I need to send them to a coffee shop or a drugstore. Is it just for her? What do you mean, is it... Oh, the dental and stuff? The health benefits extend to a spouse. So, since I'm engaged to her, after we get legally married, I will get the health benefits too. And it takes very little out of her pay to have that full health benefit. Which means it will actually cover my chiropractor bill. It's, every month, it's $10. So it's $120 a year for full health benefits. That's less than 1 hour's pay taken out a month to afford this. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah, and it extends to me as well. Because Starbucks is such a rich company that they can afford to do
We
that,
have
and they
problems
actually
with the
do it.
foreign population
So as much as I
side.
do not like Starbucks at all, like their food or drinks or anything,
Yes, my lord.
they
I will crush
treat
these
their
peasants.
employees like gold. Which I can respect. Not many big corporations will do that. That being said, a lot of people who work at Starbucks are fucking assholes. And a lot of customers are fucking assholes. She has horror stories of customers.
Our armies
I
have
bet.
won yet another
Home,
battle.
sweet home.
Yeah.
Good day.
I like how we're
sire.
not even talking about the game now. I'm just kind of autopilot doing the game.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking of switching game now.
Yeah?
Let's save Scotland stream. And we're actually going to exit the game. And currently we are ranked 16th greatest country in Europe. The top one is Byzantine Empire, followed by Italy, Germany, Fatimids, and France. England does not exist, we took over York. And the lowest one is Bohemia, which is ranked 40. And for we're the happiest population on Earth. We have the 4th highest income. We are the 39th most approved, or most respected. So basically, no one respects us.
Wow.
And for wealthiest, we're 3rd,
Wow.
which is just your current wealth. Ulster has 7,000 pieces of gold. So they have quite the stockpile.
I shall await.
We should play some. Company of Heroes. It'd be good for the stream. No, I don't want to stream that game until I'm better at it. I've literally played about 6 matches of it in my entire life.
Wait till I get it, and then we can play together.
You better get it, because I think that that'd be a really fun one to play together. Especially because you like Dawn of War 2. Although, not as much as Dawn of War 1. Okay, let's switch to the game list, and I'm actually going to take a quick 5-minute break. Also, that the list on the left, where it says the list of games, really out of date. In fact, the list on the right is very slightly out of date. So this is not all the games, just so you know, it's just I don't want to update that during the stream. So, I'm going to go take a 5-minute break. Brandon, you keep him entertained, or you take a break too if you need it.
Okay. So, guys, what are you thinking? Do you guys have any questions for me? Because I can answer questions. Wait, you beat me. Juwan, fuck you. Oh god. College is good. It's early mornings. 6:30 about every day. And I'm learning how to tap dance and jazz. Whoa, 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 whoa. The hell? WordPress? I'm not opening that. Do you guys have anything else you want to ask me? Or just want to know in general? No. No, Dyphonus, I will not click on it. I need intelligible questions. None of these are questions except for do you have pogonophobia? Actually, Joanna, it's very soon. I have a plan of returning to that. Fear of beards. I don't have a fear of beards. I have a beard. I will be continuing LPing though. Soon-ish. So I hope that answers your question. Which I guess it does, because that's what your question was. I don't know what to do, guys. Wait, what game do you plan to start with? Well, that's gotta be a surprise. Because Mah-Dry must be the most creepiest guy ever if you have... Well, I don't. What the hell is POP? Okay, guys. So, you're stuck without me for a bit because I have to go and shovel. So, you're gonna have to wait for Mo to come back. No, Joan, that's something I can tell you is I'm not gonna be doing Prince of Persia. But, I will be back soon.
I'm back. I'm guessing Brandon left. Chat, what was the last thing that Brandon said? So I know, where he is going. Oh, that's not for me. Okay. Also, I'm checking my Gmail on the side. Got a subscriber. So, if this Zapper762 is in the chat, thank you. Brandon said he had to go shovel. Oh, shovel snow. Yeah, it was just snowing, wasn't it? I fucking hate shoveling. Sucky thing about Canada. Lots of snow, and shoveling is the worst thing ever. I guess we'll wait for him to come back. What about Total War Typhonus? He's actually furiously masturbating. Oh, okay. What's everyone saying? Oh, you recommend I play Total War. I don't have it installed. You can see it on the list that it's not installed. I obviously can't download it and install it while I'm streaming. I mean, it's taking up pretty much all my internet resources to stream this. Remember, if it's grayed out, that means it's not installed on Steam. I don't have glasses. You should get your glasses. Three-fourths of it is rain. Mah-Dry, it has only snowed twice where I live, and it melted the next day. Be happy, snow sucks. I know on TV they always make it look like some kind of wonderful winter wonderland of happiness and joy. No, it sucks. Snow blows. You don't want it. Rain sucks more? No, rain does not suck more. I like the rain. Snow sucks. You don't need to shovel rain. Rain goes away on its own. Yeah, things are mucky for a while. That kind of sucks, but whatever. Snow is horrible. Juan, you better stop liking snow, because this is the worst thing ever. Even though I have to shovel. I don't know if you have to shovel as much as I have to shovel. It's some pretty back-breaking labor, and not only is it back-breaking labor because we get very thick packing snow, but also I happen to be crippled, so shoveling is very difficult on my back and arms. And knees. We have rain while it's -5. We have snow when it's like... If it's 0, it's snow. I don't think snow is ever nice. I don't like snow at all. I don't like the cold, I don't like the hot. I like a nice middle ground. Which sucks because if I ever do move to another country, it's probably going to be Sweden. And that is also a cold, snowy country. Dyphonus, do you live in Scotland? No, Dyphonus lives in the Netherlands. It was supposed to snow today. Well, it snows. Well, all your snow that didn't snow over there came up north. It snowed like crazy over here today. And it was windy and absolutely frigid this morning. Probably it's colder now because the sun's down. All the weather people were shitting the bed. Well, it's the weather report. They always shit the bed. No, Scotland's not the only place with -5 rain. I've never experienced really cold rain in my life, just because I'm in an area where it snows very easily. Yeah, we're having a little bit of a slow period right now, just because I'm waiting for Brandon before I play the next game. Well, I'm looking outside now and there's nothing, and I'm like, what the fuck? If I were to look outside right now, I'd see quite a bit of snow. Yeah, it sucks, but not as much as shoveling 2 feet of snow. Yeah. It is literally backbreaking labor. I hate it. You could use a large amount of snow. Have mine. So you don't need to go to school tomorrow? Move to Canada. You can shovel all you want. And remember, I live at almost the most southern part of Canada. I live at almost the southern peak of the Golden Horseshoe. And it snows like crazy. Because I live at the base of a mountain on one side, and on the other side, about 3 blocks down, one of the Great Lakes. So the winds come down the mountain, and they come off the lake, and they collide right in the middle at the base of the mountain where I live, and that causes incredibly severe weather of either kind. So the winters are incredibly snowy and cold over this, like, 7-block area, and incredibly boiling hot in the summer. It sucks. And yet, if you drive 10 minutes to where Brandon lives, it's completely fine. Because he's not on the mountain, he's not on the lake. Just downtown is always frozen. Either frozen or blistering. Also, Steam self-update. I'm happy you didn't do this during the stream. Yeah, I don't know how to ice skate. I tried a few times when I was a kid, but I just couldn't. It was probably because I was way less coordinated as a kid, because I wasn't used to my palsy. It's like an allegory for you and Kojiko. Yeah. We might actually be ditching Kojiko soon and going to Tech Savvy. We're not entirely sure yet. Depends how things work out. Tech Savvy does offer unlimited upload and download, though, which is incredibly useful. We don't have the money right now, not to switch to Tech Savvy, because Tech Savvy is actually cheaper, too, and more stable. We don't have the money for... Tech Savvy is a local company, and we, don't have the money for the disconnection fees with Kojiko, because they're scummy and have disconnection fees. And we don't have the connection fees for Tech Savvy. And Tech Savvy has a point for the connection fees, because they do actually need to upgrade the wiring in the area to give us the full speed that they offer. So I think it's fair that we pay for that connection fee. Dry, we got warm in the Pacific winds that gets rid of our cold. You're lucky. When it's snowing in Seattle, it's raining in Vancouver. Yeah, that's what Charlie says. She lives in Vancouver as well. I am 3 hours in the future of you, and I'm probably about 4 to 5 hours in the past of Diaphanous. If I'm getting my time zones correct. Yeah, I think you're both the only, you're the only guy from the States and the only black guy in the chat, Jawan. Yep, minority all around. You know what, this will make a lot more sense if I just, do, that. Yeah, that'll make a lot more sense for the recorded stream, although pretty much everyone in the recorded stream is probably going to skip this part, and I don't blame them. See, I would have the chat on the screen more often, but I don't have a second monitor to screen region capture from. So, I can't really do that unless I can find a good add-on for it. I found one add-on, but I couldn't get it to work. It was having some weird connection issue. God, I feel a little bit tired every time I look outside just how dark it gets. Sucks for Brandon to have to shovel at this time of day, too. Because it's 9:30 p.m. and it's absolutely pitch black. It's weird growing up out in the country and then living in a city most of your life. Because as a kid, you could see every single star as soon as it got dark. I have not seen a star other than, like, the sun in 7 years. So, yeah, keep in mind that Hamilton is the main steel-producing city of Canada. So, you don't see the sky. See you, Juan. This is the waiting for, You live in Hamilton, it's like fucking LA. I wouldn't say it's like LA. It's like LA if you go far, like, the northeast end of Hamilton is the industrial district. That is like LA. Downtown, not so much. I'm northwest end. I'm like dead northwest, where I'm like 5 minutes from the bridge that leads to Burlington. If I ever needed to see a star, you go to France or Germany. Yeah, over here, if you want to see a star, I just drive half an hour in any direction. See, that's the awesome thing about Canada. If you drive 3 hours north of the border at any point, except for in the Golden Horseshoe, you're out in, like, a forest. 70% of Canada's population is hugging the south border, and 85% of that 70% lives in the Golden Horseshoe. So, I live in the most populated place in Canada. Actually, second most populated. More populated is Toronto, which is like 45 minutes north. A lot of people live in Hamilton and then commute to Toronto for work because Hamilton living costs are a lot cheaper. If I drive half an hour south, I am out of Canada. That is how close we live to the border. The vast majority of Canadian land is unsettled. That's why I like going up to the Muskokas a lot. I have a grandfather who owns a cottage up there, and the air is so incredibly fresh there that I can actually breathe. My nose is plugged up on one side almost 24 hours a day, and I can actually breathe up there, and the water is like the bluest you've ever seen. If you guys have ever played Borderlands 2 and you look at that deep blue in like the Arctic in that game, that is what the lakes look like in Muskoka, and it's like a very, very hilly, extremely dense forest with dirt trails. It's beautiful. Montreal's the third, then maybe Calgary. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. I'm trying to think how... Vancouver's fairly high up on that list. I'd say Vancouver's probably in the top 5 most populated places in Canada. Because Vancouver is a fairly big place. It's definitely the biggest place on the West Coast. How big is the population on Queen Victoria's Island, actually? It's not that huge, is it? That'd definitely be 5, yeah. Question. Does anyone here speak Danish?
No.
I know you don't speak Danish. I'm wondering if anyone here speaks Danish, because you guys might remember, Jack from Let's Play Magicka. He is Danish, and I was wondering about the translation from Danish to English, because he did learn English in school, and he also learned German, I believe. And his English is very, very good, but there are a few words he would always spell as a different word, and I'm just wondering if that's something that, like, fucks up in translation. Instead of while, he types white. It's just a weird translation, I guess. Like, the color white is spelled correctly. I speak French, German, English, and Dutch. I speak English. And very little French. I learned it in I didn't learn it in high school. I learned it in elementary school and never used it again. My fiance is fluent in European French, English, Arabic, good at Turkish but not fluent, good at Chinese but not fluent. I learned it and never use it ever. Yeah, I was waiting for you to come back so we could pick a game.
Oh. I told them to vote, but they never did.
Oh. Did a car alarm just go off near your house?
No, it's my house alarm.
Why is your house alarm going off?
Don't know.
Why don't you go check that out?
My mom got it.
Oh. Well, if she was just killed by the ugly, it's your fault. Remember, go hide behind the drape.
I want to go into my room.
Oh yeah, go in your room and then get stuck because the game glitches. You remember
Okay.
that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, or you had to turn on the radio, then go behind the drape.
Yeah.
And for no explained reason, that makes you not die near the end.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe? No.
Dead.
Do you have Civilization 4 installed right now?
No.
You still haven't played Colonization, have you?
Nope.
You need to install that one. It's 700 megabytes.
I want to install that right now.
It's insanely good. I've never played it multiplayer, though. What do we both have? See, I wish there was just a mode on Steam where I could click on a friend and it shows me all the games we have in common. That would be so useful.
Yeah.
We have Terraria, of course. Oh no, do you feel like playing Terraria?
We could, but I don't want to bore them.
Well, why would they be bored with Terraria? I don't know, why would they be bored of Terraria but not bored of the last game? I think they're more so here to listen to us and talk to us. That's what they said earlier, at least.
Seriously? Let's
Yeah.
talk to us.
I don't know, it's interesting listening to people that you watch videos of.
Yeah, but we're fucking boring.
Yep.
you not
Bethesda
noticed-
registered Fallout TV show. I'm gonna sign out of life now.
I don't want to
How
be.
horrible is that shit gonna be?
I don't want to be this planet anymore.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be this planet anymore. Not live on this planet.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the planet. I'm in the mood for like 3 different games.
What games?
Age of Empires, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and like Team Fortress 2. Those are like my big games right now.
Haven't played TF2 in forever. I'm going to narrow it down and say TF2 or Age of Empires 3. I'm not really in a Battlefront mood.
Then I'd say Age of Empires 3 because it's better.
Alright. Alright, let's bring down the music.
Let's bring down the music.
Is that a song?
No, it's something else. Please don't stop the music. It's actually...
Oh.
Please
I hate
don't
that
stop the
song.
music.
I hate that song.
So shitty.
Not because it's, like, horrible. I don't like it, but it's not horrible. I hate it because it was so incredibly overplayed
Oh god, yeah.
that I just grew to hate it. Where is, there it is. Age of Empires. Age of Empires.
What company made this game?
Age of Empires? Ensemble Studios.
Right, E.
It was their second last game. Their last game was, Halo Wars.
Oh.
Yeah.
How the hell did they fuck that up so bad?
I don't know.
But I think they're under EA Games.
Yeah. No. Are they? I think they're under games for Microsoft.
Are they? Oh yeah, they're the Microsoft games.
Yeah, Ensemble
Age of
Studios
Empires
is
3?
entirely funded by Microsoft.
Age of Empires 3. Why?
Burb. Gonna go let Murray out.
Asshole. Okay, Chad, I can no longer see you. This is an FYI.
Headset is back on. Let's see if I remember my multiplayer. I can never remember my Ensemble Studios account.
Oh shit, what's my password? If I don't remember my password, I have to make new...
I've had to
Fucking
reinstall this game so many times.
I don't want to make new cities because
It
I
always-
love my cities.
Well, you don't have to if you remember your password. But
Yeah, but that's the point, is I might not remember my
I think
password.
mine's Mah-Dry-Bread. Whoever signs in first can tell the other person their username at least.
My username's saved, because I clicked to remember that.
Well, I know you're Brandon War Zero.
No, that's not my password.
I'm not sure if my name in this, or my password rather, or either really.
Oh, I got mine.
Oh,
You're
I figured
Mah-Dry-Bread.
mine out. Yep. I've got
What am I
Jontron
supposed-
on this as on my friends list.
What, you do?
Yeah, I randomly searched Egoraptor and Jontron, and I found Jontron, and I don't know if it's the same one, but I friended him.
Probably not.
Probably not. I also
I
have
can't see
Secret Fury.
JonTron with the patience to play this game.
I think Jontron likes strategy games.
I'm not gonna play as Russia.
You host a game, because whenever I host a game, it doesn't feel like working.
Yeah, I'm just figuring out the team I want to play as.
I need to refamiliarize myself with my team. My explorer's name is Steals Women.
You know what? I'm gonna play as England.
New cards available. Why didn't I use those?
I always have new cards available. I have 36 different cards I get to have right now. I have every upgrade I want. Oh, what's this? Yeah, I want that.
Oh, right, I need to change it so that people can see the fucking game.
I never liked the church upgrade thing that provides church with unique British improvements or whatever, like for each.
Oh, European improvements. Some
Yeah.
of them are good. A few of them are good. The Dutch one's good, because it's 2 more banks.
That's the Dutch one.
The German one can be good. All units cost slightly more but are slightly stronger. It's good if you already have a standing army for the final push.
Oh my God, why would I not have this card? What am I
Oh,
doing
yeah,
with
change the
this?
game too. Thanks for the reminders, guys.
Thanks, guys. I fucking hate all of you.
I
Just
don't.
kidding.
I like most of you. I say most of you because I'm sure I don't know some of you, because I don't know who's in the chat. Other than those who are talking.
Fuck. Now I have it stuck in my head.
I'm gonna get more Rifle Rider upgrade. Oh no, I have all the Rifle Rider upgrades, okay.
Perfect. I have the perfect deck for the British.
You're gonna be British?
Yeah.
Longbowmen are fucking amazing.
I'm going to kick ass. We're gonna have a rule.
Team
Yes.
Birchbark. All canoes cost less wood.
Invite.
Invite to a custom game.
We are
Okay.
not playing on Honshu. We are playing in we're gonna play in Segwegwe. We're gonna play on Segwegwe. With 2 randoms.
I've not played this game in forever.
Well, it's good that our difficulty's only hard.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just fight some computers for the beginning, because I need to get used to it again.
Oh wait, shit. You need to be on team 2. We need to be on team 1.
Yeah. Now, what color do I want to be? What color are you going to be?
I'm gonna be blue.
Okay.
Actually, if you're not gonna be red, I should probably be red. Considering I'm fucking
Because-
British.
Yeah, kind of
They're gonna
color code it.
actually have red coats.
Yeah.
So I'll be red.
I don't think there's really a color that really represents the Sioux. I guess if there's anything, probably yellow.
Okay, I'll change his personality to be
Just something that's maybe green, something that stands out. Oops, wrong button.
they're gonna be pink.
Okay.
And the other team is going to be that really ugly blue.
Ew. They're like powder blue.
Yeah.
Okay, I think my deck is fine for now.
I'm ready. You're level 15, I'm level 62.
I'm trying to remember my opening build. Oh, I didn't even switch my hotkey for next idle villager.
Don't worry
I
about
would
it.
switch it to Tilda.
You'll be fine. I tend to be
I think
fine.
I can even switch. I can probably switch.
You
that
can
in
switch
game.
it in-game.
Yeah, I'll just do that real quick after I have my
I have
my starting guys allocated. Oh, this is the map where you start with a bunch of stuff, isn't it?
Is it?
It is.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
remember.
just waiting for you to load right now.
Oh, well, it's almost done.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the game map on moving.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Welcome to the new world.
Oh, hey, Frederick the Great.
My new world.
Fuck, and we're fighting Mercers of Nessusia. I don't know how to pronounce that shit.
The Dutch guy.
The asshole guy.
Yep.
You, building. Build 2 more humans. Actually, 3 more humans. Build humans.
I forgot how zoomed in this game is compared to Empire Earth. It's weird.
All of you.
I also forgot the very slight input lag when you play online.
Cut down some trees.
And do that, and
I
then...
almost forgot the opening build for my team, right up until I started doing it, and I was like, I need more tree cutters.
Hotkeys. General game hotkeys. No, find unit hotkeys. Find idle villager. There.
Because every time I build a house, I get another settler.
Which is amazing.
But my houses cost like 25 extra wood. Oh no, 25 whole wood.
There we go. Got my hand in a nice resting position now, where I can switch between units and stuff.
Why did I have to start with this stupid livestock pen? Never use that shit.
Yeah, I never use it either.
It's a shitty building.
It's not great. You know what's one thing I love about the Sioux? They don't need to build houses. They
Oh,
always
yeah.
they always have a pop cap of 200. That speeds things up so much in the beginning. Luxembourg is an independent state already. It has nowhere to go. Did you know that Molossia is at war with Luxembourg, and they've never had one engagement? Mostly because Molossia is in a state is a country about 2 acres wide in the Nevada desert,
Yeah. You
and
told me
their
about this
president
before.
has a wicked sense of humor.
You told me about this before. This whole story.
Molossia. The Molossian moon base, or no, the Molossian Mars base.
Was it Mars?
Yeah, they have a base on Mars. I'm gonna send you some bison.
No!
No, hunt them. You get quick food from it. It's 6 bison.
I don't need more food.
You do.
No, I don't.
You collect it faster than at a farm.
Yeah, but I don't. Fuck it. Those
hunt-
bison will.
I hunt when I
Those
can.
bison will stand in my city till the end of the game.
All right. I'm gonna use my bison. I'm just getting the food now.
My explorer. Where did I send him?
John.
John Smith.
Is that your explorer?
Yep.
You're lame.
Generico.
El Generico.
He prefers Il Generico.
Wasn't John Smith the guy in Pocahontas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And wasn't he also not nearly as attractive as he was in Pocahontas?
Wait, what?
In Pocahontas, he is like this ultra-fit, young, flowing, blonde-haired guy. I'm fairly sure in real life he was quite fat. And
Well,
that Pocahontas
yeah, but
was
that
his
was
child
attractive
bride.
back then.
What?
That was attractive back then, though.
Oh, well, yeah. For a long,
Because
long time in history, being fat was attractive because,
It meant you had a lot of money. 'cause
yeah,
you
it meant you had a lot of money because you were eating a lot.
You're being a fat ass.
Yeah,
And being pale was really attractive too, although that is popular now too, though.
I guess.
So
I've never really seen skin color as attractive or not attractive.
I don't like people who are too pale. They look like skeletons.
Well, I look like a skeleton. But then again, I don't think you're attracted to me.
Well, no, because you're a man and you're my friend. Not a man friend, though.
Yeah. Because a man friend sounds vaguely sexual.
Manfred.
Well, now I just sound like a servant. But a respected servant, not like a slave servant.
Yeah. So far, I've made 3 settlers.
I feel like my food is going pretty well. I have 13 people on food. Most of them hunting.
I have 10 people on wood and 4 people on food. And I have 4 people building houses.
Is that how you're mass producing your villagers? Instead of spending food, you're spending wood? That's a good idea.
It's the best strategy with them, especially considering I get a whole bunch of upgrades that make the houses cheaper.
Yeah.
Like my houses right now cost 87 wood.
You guys hunt the moose. We're in Canada, aren't we?
We're in the Northwest Territory, I believe.
Really? This is surprisingly not snowy for the Northwest Territories. This looks more like southern Yukon. Like far southern Yukon. Actually, no, this could be southern Northwest Territories. Northwest Territories is very, very big. And it does go fairly south.
An upgrade that makes it so I build houses faster.
Gee, I wonder if that's worth it.
It's also for my team.
Thank you. Actually, no, that's of no use to me. Actually, it is because it probably affects my TPs, and my TPs increase health bonus. It's only a local health bonus, so it's defensive, but still. I forgot this is even a treaty game. I wouldn't have advanced. I still haven't advanced yet. And I don't think I would have, even if this was not a treaty game. You were thinking Manitoba? Possible. This could be Ontario, though. Northern Ontario, like Muskoka, looks just like this. Really, a lot of Canada. What is with Murray today and wanting to enter and leave my room constantly? I'm gonna go let him in, because this is autopilot right now, pretty much.
And I'm gonna build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have returned.
Oh my god.
It is colonial.
My houses are going up like mad. There, I just built 5 houses in the entire span of time that I said that.
Okay, I'm now going, I'm now gonna go to the next stage. Oops.
That's something I like about the British too.
What?
I finished my first age, and I'm basically going to be ready for my second age because I have so many settlers. Like right now I have 28 settlers without actually buying any other than the 3 I started to, like, buying.
It's pretty awesome. I have,
And my population is at 200.
I have, what's my population's at 31. I've been making villagers non-stop. Also, I shipped in 2 extra.
I'm shipping in 2 extra. And that's how I'll get my mine up to 10.
Actually, I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm upgrading with the messenger, so it's one of those ones where it's a very quick age up.
Land grab, one of the best ones ever.
Brussels is awesome.
The land grab shipment is amazing.
Which one is that? Another city center?
No, land grab makes it so that mills and plantations and everything are cheaper.
I love those. And stronger, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like those a lot.
But it does it for all of them all at once instead of doing it for one at a time.
Yeah.
Frederick the Great, I did not get an alliance with any natives.
I just did now.
Yeah, but him telling me that doesn't...
He didn't
doesn't
tell me
make...
anything.
He told me.
He's done.
He is dumb.
I allied with the Huron, and they can increase my fishing rate, which I'm not going to be fishing this map. But they do have very good siege units. You know those mantle units?
The dudes with the shields?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these, they can give me 15 of them. And mantle units kick ass. I like this one. Medicine. Villagers train 15% faster.
Yeah,
I'm getting that right away.
although I don't tend to have a problem with that.
I want villagers faster and faster. Especially because it's a treaty game, so I want my economy as strong as possible as fast as possible.
Gonna build that house. And it's done.
Otaku. More money.
Can't build any more trade posts
Watch
because
that.
all the sites are too
More
far
money.
away.
Taku.
You guys, I would like a war hunt.
Kaga. Wato.
Good music.
My music's not even playing right now. I love this game sometimes, with like the weird things that happen.
I love this game all the time.
Music doesn't play.
Pathfinding shit's the bad. Actually, this game has some of the best pathfinding I've ever had in an RTS.
Yeah.
But then again, RTSs tend to have really shit
Yohai.
pathfinding.
Even I am slightly surprised that you have been so poor at collecting treasure.
You know what?
Yeah, I haven't collected any treasure.
I'm gonna get the Gentleman Pirate.
He's cool. I like him.
It's gonna give me a boat.
Have fun defending your lake.
Hey, at least I'll own the lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna build a church. Because it's something I almost neglect every game.
Here's a good card for me. Cavalry trains 40% faster.
It's a pretty good card.
Yeah, especially when you're the Sioux.
Takule.
I don't have a fire pit yet. I completely forgot that's
Kaga.
usually a thing I completely rush. Because I rush fire pit with fertility, with the Dance of Fertility. Which makes it so I birth citizens faster. I can't believe I didn't remember to do that right away.
Tralo.
You know what? I'm gonna help them a little bit by
Kaga.
upgrading to the stagecoach.
I also need a market. I'm totally ashamed of that. I've not played this game forever.
Belay.
There, Dance of Fertility. It's already up by 16%. You are quite late, Death Angle, but we're not ending anytime soon, I don't think, because we're in the middle of a match.
Yep. Give me a moment. Somebody is phoning me.
Yeah, we're like 2 hours in. Yeah, my resource is doing awesome except for wood. Wood's just kind of meh right now.
Huh?
I'm actually gonna switch
Hello.
one of you to wood.
Chan. Hello. Chan.
And you
Kaga.
go to market. Brandon is now in the Fortress Age. He's starting to blow through the ages quick. I guess I could go to the next one. Oh wait, I did it with the chief last time. I want to do it with the messenger this time. But I'll wait until my units or my villagers come out.
Taku.
And stable is S. Okay.
Kaga. Kaga.
I need more. Okay. I'm not going to make any military quite yet. I'm waiting till like in the Third Age. Once you're in Fortress Age, that's when the Fortress Age is when the Sioux get firearms. Alright, we've basically doubled the rate at which I make villagers now. It's getting awesome. And we have medicine on top of it for another 15% speed to making villagers. The economy's gonna be booming. What do we have to And I'm gonna wait till Rifle Riders.
Washte.
And you can get back on the farm. Native lore is awesome. One more villager, then we're ready to start aging up. In fact, I want all those upgrades. And we're aging up. Very quickly, in fact. And yes, I am checking the chat, by the way. Since we're during the treaty time, I'm able to kind of look away quite often. Are you guys still hunting up here? Yeah, there are a lot of moose, and moose take a long time to kill. I want a lot of economy upgrades. Actually, you guys can switch to a resource trickle for now, since I'm not hurting any people. Or is that an experience trickle? Yeah, experience trickle, that's good. That'll get me shipments faster. Alright, get back to fertility. And you guys just ran out of gold.
You hire.
Time to get rifles. I want elite rifle riders.
Taku, hon, washte.
Okay,
Wabale.
let's go take some treasure. Really late game for taking treasure, but still. You love Napoleon? Yeah, Napoleonic Age, or Napoleonic Wars are very interesting. Actually, I don't want any
Hon,
foot troops
we chow
yet.
day.
You guys can take care of that for now. To the point where we need more food. I need 3 guys on that food.
Oh, hon, oh, washte.
And you...
Taku.
The last one on that farm will be you. Because you gather resources faster. Also Mustangs, all cavalry costs decreased.
Oh,
That's amazing.
Wabale. Wamani. Wabale. Wamani. Wabale.
Where is the animal guarding this?
Washte.
I
Wamani.
only have 25 units at a fire pit. Is that finally maxed?
Huh? Washte.
Belay.
Okay, you guys can march over here then.
Taku.
And we need a new farm.
Kaga. Kaga.
Wakaga.
Hon. Wabale.
I can't even find the fucking
Wamani.
guardian for that.
Wabale.
Oh, now they're getting it. I don't know why you didn't before.
Wamani.
Aim to bear. Don't want it.
Oha. Wabale.
Great enemy troops.
Wamani.
I guess he's scouting.
Wabale.
Oh,
Washte.
there's a base
Wabale.
right there. Okay.
Washte. Wabale.
Okay, well you're coming
Washte.
back home then.
Wamani.
Yeah, I need elite rifle riders. I also need more villagers. And we're at the highest villager production rate possible. Napoleon was the second cool French leader you know of. France has had cool leaders. That's 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we're good for food for now.
I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
It was
2.5 minutes left in the treaty.
Oh,
You're
shitty,
super far. You're super far away from your enemy. I'm super close to mine.
shitty,
Taku-chan.
shit.
I think you mean double butt shit.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that actually. Fuckity shit.
Double.
Taku. Oha.
I have a tiny
That's
bit of
not-
military.
That's what Canadians
Washte.
think. Double.
Wabale.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put you in here. Okay, fuck it. Everyone from here go and work on there. And then, this is gonna get archers a bit. Yep. And I'm gonna make a shit ton of archers. Because I have lots of wood.
Yeah, I'm gathering wood now at an alarming rate. And
I have
cool.
1,000 wood and 2,000 food.
I don't have much of either. Well, I have a ton of food. Actually,
You're
not even a ton of food, just because I'm spending so much of it.
Gonna fuck up their boats. Chop the tree next to that tree, you dumbass. So stupid.
I think you should beat them.
I want to.
Otaku.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Need more rifle riders.
Oh, you have military already.
A little. We're 1 minute left in the treaty.
There you go. Brrrr, ah. Alright.
Hon. Washte.
They probably have more military than I do.
I am making as many archers as I can.
Wabale. Wamani.
I'm hoping that my longbowmen are strong enough to fight off whatever they have. A little dangerous to say.
Yeah. I've almost maxed out my villagers at 99.